Go.
All right, house number three, we all live.
What's up,
What's
everybody?
going on? Welcome back, Queen Peru.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, my phone
It's been
locked.
about 2 weeks.
It ain't been that
Yeah.
long. It ain't been that long. Okay, so hold on. Oh, okay.
Oh yes, Mayweather wants to fight the guy that knocked out Nate Robinson.
Does he want to fight him because he knocked out Nate Robinson, or he feels like he's competition?
He said it. He said it's for charity, but I think he's just.
He mad.
I think he just want to fight him because he wants to fight him.
Okay. Because I'm like, hold on. That doesn't make sense to me.
Nah, Floyd.
You know.
Floyd
Um,
legally is doing it for charity, but
I don't want to change them.
I ain't going front. I think Floyd is doing it because
He wants
he
to
just
knock
wants
him
to
out
fight him.
because of Ray.
Yeah,
He wants to knock him out because of
because after Logan had knocked out Nate Robinson, they sat there and like he was making jokes and all that. He sat there on one of his pages. He had it that he was going into the hotel room, and everybody in the hotel room was laying down like Nate Robinson.
Yeah,
Oh
they been
yeah, I
getting on
seen
that
that.
dude like hard
Yo,
body.
they
I
were getting
peeped
on
that.
Nate. Yo, that was
They
Yeah,
funny.
been
so
getting on him. I peeped it.
so I think Floyd was like, nah, he making too many jokes for one knockout. So I think Floyd
Yeah, but
wants
he's
to be
not. He's
petty.
undefeated.
He only had 2 fights.
Well, still
Everybody
undefeated.
who listen, everybody who starts off their career professionally goes undefeated for like their first 4 fights. I've never seen somebody who started off professionally who wanted to sit there and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a professional boxer," get in the ring and lose their first fight. Haven't seen it. So
We
I
have
think
Nate Robinson.
that
Yeah,
wasn't that wasn't a professional fight.
That was
That
Nate.
was a that was a charity moment. That was a Sprite charity kid. That's what it was.
Well, I shared everything on my Facebook and all that stuff. I shared the live.
Mm.
Welcome more, welcome more.
who's
Boo
I
coming?
boo.
think
You said welcome all. Who's coming?
I don't know.
Um, I shared it with a lot of people. They might see it on. I need water. How did you like the first season, Laura? And what was your best episode?
Okay, hold on. I want to make sure. Oh, my favorite episode. Listen, first of all, I'm gonna try something. Give me a
Of
second.
the 100.
Now there you go. I got it. I made it to end blown. That's what I was doing. Oh, I don't think I have a favorite episode. I do like the 100s. Like right now, it's starting to get really popping. I've noticed. I've been had a busy week, busy couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to get into it the way I was. But I was able to get into it today, and I'm I'm trying to figure out these mountain people now.
Okay, yes, Laura. You didn't get into season two just yet.
Don't tell me
But
about it. But I'm
but
noticing that
You
they're
trying
in
to figure out
quarantine
what?
right now.
yeah, the
They're in
mountain people.
quarantine. They're in quarantine right now. But that's where they told them to go, correct?
No, that's what they can. You remember when he did the flame, right? When they did the flame at the end, and they knocked out all the grounders, the ones that came to attack them.
Yeah, and the mine
The,
mine people.
yeah, and the mountain men came and they took everybody in those camps. When you go into season two in the beginning, it starts explaining to you why they started taking people from those camp from the camp
All
and
right.
why they
Yeah.
started taking the because they
I'm
took
gonna
every they
mute
took
me for a minute, but I hear you much. I'm mute.
um they took everybody. It wasn't just they took only the alive, they took everybody, even the dead. They took everybody. So now
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why certain things I can't discuss season two because Laura is not discussing. She's not at season two yet. but it gets good. Yes, it's getting really good. I'm really liking it. I'm gonna binge watch tomorrow because I have to close on Saturday. So Laura keeps going in and out. What are you doing, Laura? You changed the emblem didn't change. Like, let's see if it changed from stop marking. No, there's nothing there. Oh man. So
Hello?
yeah, you muted yourself again. Hello,
Sorry,
Latoya
guys.
Anderson.
Wait.
Um, like I said, the 100 is a really good show. That's something that I'm glad you got us into. I'm really glad you got us into that. Um,
Oh, the 100.
yeah, I really like that show. Like, I be watching it sometimes. Like, I haven't did because I've been busy at work. But when I have time and I be laying down, the baby's not here, I start watching it. I start watching and start.
Yeah.
I can't stop. Sometimes I gotta stop myself because I can't stop.
Nah,
It's just
that show is great, man. You gotta you got up to season 2, so you gotta watch. It's gonna get a whole lot more.
yeah. But see, I'm
It's gonna
starting
get
to
a whole lot
realize.
more.
Um,
I'm
now
starting
I'm
to
hearing
realize.
that damn thing again.
I'm starting to realize who the mountain men are in season 2.
Don't be getting. Luckily, I was not in there
No,
for
no, no,
this.
no, 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 no. I'm understanding because
Hi,
the way it
Latoya.
ended, the way it ended, the mountain men took everybody that was on the
Well, hold
ground,
on, hold on. I
everybody.
didn't see that part. See, you added extra stuff. I
No, no,
knew
no, no,
about that.
no.
I know they took
Yeah,
the live people.
they took everybody. They emptied the camp, except for, and I can't tell you who the two people that was left.
I'm assuming it's what's the little boy name? The two boys' name?
Who?
The King. What's his
Who?
name?
Bellamy, Bellamy,
Bellamy and
Finn,
and Finn. There you go. Her two. But Bellamy slept. But I hope they save what's her name? The girl.
Raven.
Yeah, I hope they save Raven.
Going
And
to season 2. So
well,
you.
yeah.
So let me ask you a question. When you've seen the Grounders Part 1 and Part 2, right?
Yes, we are grounders. We are the grounders.
Yes. Did you also see them do the thing with the arc?
I seen that part. I tell you, I watched it and I had to finish the episode. So I seen when the arc separated. I seen that her mother made it to the ground, and the what you call it, her best friend's father, he stayed up there, the chancellor. But he wants to be with his son anyway. I wanted to know what happened to his wife. I had some questions I wanted to ask. But
Laura, you need to start season 2.
I know that. But I was
Yo,
they another
my
ship, two ships
phone,
made
man.
it to the ground.
A bunch of ships made it to the ground.
Well, I only know about two.
Okay, well,
Well,
can't tell you about
I know. I'll see. I'm gonna start it today. Right now, I'm just figuring out. You know, I had
what
to
would look
finish it.
frozen.
What were you frozen? Shake your head if you're not.
Oh, he left. But yeah, it's a really good show. Like, still the acting has gotten better. Gotten better as the episodes went.
Mm-hmm.
Did Christina get on yet or no?
No. It just says two guests. And now it says me, you, and Boo Boo.
Can you
She's
hear
not
me?
there.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alright. Oh, my phone was
So
tweaking out, man.
I know that feeling. So with that being said, we lost out one watcher. Um, I'm getting comfortable because my back is hurting. So I'm gonna lay on my pillows. What was I gonna tell y'all? Oh,
I like how they tied in with Clark and them.
I like I understand why Christina says the acting or whatever. I get that part when she said that about the acting, but I do like the storyline. I think it's a storyline for me that I'm really getting into because I feel like maybe because I'm
Yeah.
getting into the storyline, so I kind
It
of
gets
like.
better because when you get into Clark's storyline and then you get into Finn and Raven and everybody's different
Well,
things and
I
how it
kind of
ties it.
understand the gist of all of them. I want to know if because I remember Boo Boo saying that Bellamy's sister, what's her name?
Ooh, so you
Octavia.
haven't seen? Oh, you didn't get to
Octavia. I
season
remember.
two.
I remember.
Season two. Season
Boo Boo
two.
saying Octavia
Season
turns into a beast. So I'm like,
season
okay, I'm
two.
waiting to see Octavia. So then I noticed that
Season
she got
two.
stabbed with
The first. I'm telling you right
she
now.
got
The
stabbed
first
with the
three
arrow,
episodes.
and her boo took her. Her little
First
boo
three.
thing took her.
The
So
Hmm.
I'm
first
like,
three
oh.
episodes. First three episodes of season two. You're gonna see what he was talking about with Octavia.
I'm
First three.
thinking it now because once
Now
she
She's a
the
went with her
monster,
boo,
yo.
I was like, oh, it's finna be litty. I was like, she finna get it on and popping. I said, cause she with her boo, like that's crazy.
nah, but
He took her
I know where they
and Bellamy
Hmm.
located at.
let her go. I was
I
like,
know
oh,
I know the area they located at.
you know the area.
Yeah, because Lincoln shows it where his village is.
Um, I fucks with Lincoln. Lincoln is sexy as fuck.
You know where his village is, right? Do you know where his village is?
No, I
Statue.
know where his little house is. I guess.
Nah, his
You
village
saw you
is
saw the statue. Oh,
yeah. So I know exactly where they at.
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't get to
It's
that part.
funny. It's funny
where
when you see the statue. It's funny because everything that's going on now in the world. When you see that statue and everybody's that's his
See, I don't
village.
like that. I'm like, let's stop talking about it because I'm done. Because y'all gonna talk about it and then I gotta go sit here and watch it all,
no,
and then the
I'm
subliminals
gonna
is
tell her
fucking me
because it don't
up.
matter. I'm gonna tell her because it don't
It don't matter. Yeah, it really don't.
You break it up, boo boo. You can't tell
matter.
me now. What's the problem?
Laura, the statue is Lincoln's memorial. Where they at?
Lincoln's Memorial. Oh, you're breaking up.
Yes, Abraham Lincoln Memorial.
Tell her
Abraham
because
Lincoln
it don't
Memorial.
matter. His,
Boo boo, you breaking
You
up?
know where Abraham Lincoln is sitting in the chair?
Where is that? Isn't that DC?
That's D.C. exactly. Washington D.C. He's by the Capitol building. Lincoln Memorial, all in that area.
That would make sense though with the quarantine shit, because Washington always got shit they ain't supposed to have.
Exactly. But that tells you that, and this is not something I've seen. This is something I'm starting to visualize, even with going through season one. I'm starting to see that that's exactly
can y'all hear
where
me?
the nuclear bombs or the radiation hit first. Like they
And
put the missiles there right away.
of course, that's where they would hit.
Yeah, because when they showed that statue, I was like, and it's in his book because he drew it in his book.
Yeah, but the shit with the shit with the 100 with the people that are on the ground, they don't know none of that. Like they just know their story and how they got to the ark. They don't know nothing about the ground.
No, but it's only 48 alive.
48. She said
Yeah,
82.
there's 48 alive. There's the 48 that they took. Yeah, 48 that they took. It was supposedly 48 that they took from the camp.
Oh,
48. Yeah, because it said we are 48. We the 48. One of the episodes of season one.
what do you mean? It says we are the 48.
That wasn't season one of the episodes of season one.
Nope.
You sure?
She said to him, because he was like,
No. One of the episode names
oh
said 48 on it.
no, not for episode one, not for season one, maybe season two. Let me go check that out.
I'm pretty sure it said season one.
It's Boo Boo that's breaking up, that's messing me up. Okay, season two.
This Wi-Fi is blowing on.
Yeah, it's you that's making that noise.
Okay, baby.
No, I don't see nothing that says we are the 48, Macho. Oh, the 48. That's the first episode of season 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's 48 that got taken. That was the four. That was what was
Oh,
left there.
oh, it says one guest. Google. Well,
We'll put this
I'm
on
gonna catch
charge.
up on season 2 today, so I'll be ready for next week. So, I have a question. Since
Okay,
I'm
good,
over the
What?
Laura.
48, I got some questions. First of all, I asked the question when I did my live on Tuesday, and I definitely want some input. I got some input from
I see you got some info for a few people that was on the side, but go ahead.
yeah, I got some input from um the People's Lounge, Foot Soldier, and Dawn. I blocked Dawn off of
Yo, what the hell?
I blocked one of his pages. He has the second page. I blocked not the one with his name. He made up some page with a bunch of letters. I blocked the shit because it was adult conversation. So the conversation, what was the question? The question
block him
was
from here. You need to block him from here because he's on here.
what now? No, I don't have a problem with being on the episode things, but that question I had a problem because it's not, So, I'm single and I'm trying to date and I'm coming across guys that like all they want to do is they want sex, and I get it. Guys want to have sex. Totally understand that. I'm not acting crazy about it. However, I'm like, is it wrong to say we should be talking at least an hour before you bring up the sex conversation? Now the
No,
worst
you
part
should be
about it,
talk. You should be
and it's
talking
not
at
just
least
on
a
the phone.
day.
No, no,
At
not just
least
on
a
the phone. I'm
day.
saying like in the conversation, like within a text, within a convo that we're talking, we
I
should be
said at least a
talking.
day. At least a
Okay,
day
at
or
least a
two.
day. I could deal with a day. I'm just saying in general, like conversation, like before we having
That's
it,
what I would
especially.
do. A day or two, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you right. You right.
I see the purr
Why you
roll in
say
your
you
face.
got
You ain't
her?
even got to answer the question for me to see the purr roll
Nah,
in your
cause
face.
I didn't
nah,
want to say it. I just wanted to
because
leave it be because the way I see his face, I'm like, oh god.
because
I see the purr right
because
there.
it's like
It's tomorrow.
it depends. See, it kind of depends.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this is a person that you've been like conversating with in person, and then y'all just happen to swap numbers, and it
No, it's not that
happens, all right.
but it's not that
But if it's a
scenario. This is
person
talking
that
about
you
like
just meet,
talking to guys
like if
off
it's
of
a
Tinder.
person that you just meet on a train, yeah, nah, you see, nah. But that's the thing with
That's
the
what I'm
Tinder
trying to
app,
say.
though. Tinder app, that's all it's for.
But that's not what
That's all
that's
it's
what all
for.
the
So
guys. That's what two of the three guys that I asked said. They were like, "Yo, that's just everybody I know is up there fucking." But I'm like, "Yo, not to be wrong, but at the end of the day, like, if you're asking me my intentions, because don't get me twisted, I've messaged guys. I'll be like, "Oh, this dude is cute." I send him a message. We match. Fine. I'm like, hi. He like, hi. I'm like, what you? He's like, what you looking for? I said, good man. Yo, they don't respond. So I know what they looking for. We not looking for the same thing, and I'm okay with that. But then you get these motherfuckers. Let me tell you about these motherfuckers. They know that they looking for cookies. They know that's all they want. He says, talk for a little while before the conversation. I agree, Latoya. You should be having a conversation. And I said it on my live. I said it when I did it. Like, the conversation should flow. Like, don't get me twisted. If our conversation is flowing and it just goes into that kind of conversation, I'm all for it. But there needs to be content to the conversation. Like, I'm not trying to just give up my drawers because you want to. And worse that we're in COVID. Because, like, all the guys keep saying it. Like, oh, well, we can't really do nothing. You come to my house. Nah, I'm good. I don't know you, my man. Why would I go to your house? So it's like I've been going through this, but like every guy I talk to on Tinder, like I get a few of them, like they'll dub me. Like as soon as I be like, I'm looking for a good man. Because I hit them with the good man, like, you know what that is. I'm not looking to fuck. Like, that's not what it is.
It's during COVID right now, Laura, and most guys, that's all they're gonna want. Especially if
I
they have their own
yeah.
crib.
Then I was talking to Corey, because y'all know him. I was talking to Corey and I told him, and he said, what did he tell me? he was like, some guys are on some shit like they don't wanna. They're not even taking you out to eat. They gotta beat at least a few times before they take you to eat. Where the fuck they do that? I was like, what? I was like, you hold up.
Yo, this is
You
the
telling
same
me
guy
you
that.
gotta smash a couple of times before you can take me to get some food? Like
Yo,
that's where
this
we
is
at with
funny.
this
This
ticket
is funny.
situation. Yo,
This
I
is
was
funny
like,
because I hear about it all the time at work. And you know what's the funny part? I work in Staten Island, and in Staten Island, where I work at is none but white people. I swear to God, none but Italians and whites. And the way they be talking to each other, the guys and the girls, I'm looking at them, listening to them, and they're doing the same thing we would do. You know, at their ages, like they're young. So at their ages, they was doing what we was doing, and I'm like, wow, wow. This guy literally told one of the cashiers that he works with exactly what Corey just told you. The dude said, she was like, oh, so when we're gonna go out? He said, nah, let's go to my house first.
yeah, I'm like this with the Ricky eye.
Yo,
Like
y'all started laughing. It'd be mad
we got
funny.
the Ricky eye with the Ricky eye, and I'm like, yo, is they
Yo, it
serious?
was just
You gotta,
no, but
you
that's
gotta
the way it
find
is
out
now.
if she worth the steak.
I'm not even
You gotta
asking you
find out
for
if she
steak.
worth
My
the
man's in
steak, man.
I don't even eat meat. Like I ain't even trying to do that. Yo, I'm about to yo
Nah,
listen.
but Laura, yeah,
Ooh.
it's just that's how
No,
it is now
I'm
because
over
it's
it. Listen,
COVID. It's COVID,
I'm finna be
and
single for the rest of my life.
the times have changed. Like it's not the
They
same no more.
changed for them. They didn't change for this guy.
Yeah,
They didn't
but
change for this
see,
guy.
our times is different from the times that's now. So it's like what Corey said is you go out with your friends and y'all go out to. Let's say I take a friend out, like me and my friend go out, and it's a female. We're just like real close friends, and we go out for lobster. I don't necessarily mean that, I'm not, we got to go half on that because,
Yo, I hate that conversation. You remember that conversation? That
but
shit pissed me off.
we would literally have to go half just because, you know, when,
Why do you have to?
as a guy,
Let's not go into that much. We're gonna have that conversation again.
listen,
And I
no,
did
no,
share
no.
the link with Corey. It said these men are nasty as hell. They don't value their life. Facts, Latoya. COVID real. It's real claim. It's really claiming the lives of innocent people, and all men all care about is enough. It's so true, Latoya. Like that's
These niggas is
so
annoying
No,
me.
no,
I'm
but no,
on
but
live. Shut up.
no, but
We don't
seriously,
want to talk about that no more, man.
that's what
We don't talk
basically
about
is
that no more. I
happening
don't care what.
nowadays. They're not nobody's looking for a relationship during COVID. It's
I
just
don't think that they're not looking for relationships. I think that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's not to push it. I'm not gonna put this all on men. Women, we have made it easy. Like it's our fault. Yo, these men like really don't have no like. There's so many
It's a
women that are
whack.
willing to.
It's a whack.
Yeah, like there's
It's that
so
whack
much women
ass
willing to
pussy.
just
that's
It's
what,
that
live
nice
it up
ass
without
pussy.
like
but
no
that's
like content. Yo, you want to hear the crazy thing? So this, like I said on my live, the dude I was talking to, the dude that one of the dudes I was having a conversation with, he was 48. Here's where I'm coming with that.
damn,
48
Laura, he's
years
older than
old.
me.
I like older guys. I got exes. I got an ex that's 60 months, please. 48 years old. And I'm on the phone with him and he talking his crazy stuff or whatever. And I'm like, the voice wasn't for me. I was like, oh, okay. If he followed down the right path, this could be a good time. But they all like, oh, I just want to do this. I just want to like, yo, I don't know you. Don't invite me to your. I could be a serial killer. You don't know my life. You don't know my life. Hold on.
You could be setting people up to rob them.
Like they don't know nothing. And then they send it, oh yeah, he live in New Rochelle. Sure, he live far out. He ain't even live close. He live in New York Rochelle.
Yeah, that when you go up there, that's a trip up there. That's not even I'm
Exactly. I'm
coming
like,
down.
yo, and he work in the city, so it's like, nah, it's not a trip. He in the city every day. I live in the city. It's not a problem. We could link up. That wasn't the issue. My issue with Shorty was just like, yo, like you really, really on some bullshit. Like you really, really on the bull. Like, yo, he was just like, I'm like, he's talking like we're 15. Like we grown ass fucking people. Like where they do that at? And I'm sorry. I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. I ain't finna have no boo. I'm finna be single.
Well,
Cause
according to what's going on now, because we spoke about the 100, we spoke about the fight with Floyd. So I'm gonna bring up something that's crazy that I was speaking to you earlier about, Laura. This
Okay.
vaccine.
I know you talk about that.
The more and more I keep hearing about this vaccine, the more and more I don't want to
Nobody
take
wants
it.
to take it. That's what I'm talking about too.
Nobody wants to take it, man.
Nobody. Listen, you know
Listen,
when it's
you
real?
treat the
When
vaccine.
the people that the essential workers don't want to take it. They like Dove. We all like negative.
Yeah,
Keep
that's what
that
I'm
shit.
saying.
Dove.
They're trying to get it. They're not only trying to get firefighters, traffic, NYPD. The teachers at my son's school, at the baby school, don't want to take it. They're pushing for the parents not to let their kids take it.
Exactly.
And I work in the supermarket, so that makes it essential. So that makes it that when the dosage come around, we may be at the bottom of the list,
Well, stay
but
at the bottom. Keep me at the bottom.
but it's gonna go through that too. And
Yeah.
I'm not taking it. And people say no. You have
Todd
people
told
that
me something.
got sick. You
Todd
know.
told me something about them saying that they might say, in order for you to get the new stimulus, you got to take the. I said, well, I don't want that fucking money.
I said they
Keep
could
this
keep that shit
stimulus.
too.
Yeah.
Keep
They
the
keep
shit.
it. Let me just
Nigga
keep
said
getting
I
that
ain't that
paycheck.
broke.
Let a bitch just keep getting that paycheck.
I go to
But
work.
then they're
I
gonna
ain't
make they're
that
gonna
broke.
bust that
Fuck it.
stimulus. They're gonna bust that stimulus up to a high number first.
But see, what's happening is the Republicans are saying we'll give this all to small businesses, and we'll give you one check for $600, and
Uh-huh.
that's it. We're not going to give you no more extra unemployment. Just one check, $600. One more
Mm-hmm.
check, $600, and
Okay.
that's what's stalling it because they don't want to give no more money. But the Democrats saying, yo, they need a $1,200 check plus $300. If you don't want to do $600 a week, then do the extra $300 a week for these people that got to pay bills. And that's when the Republicans hit it with the, well, if that's the case, let's just make them take the vaccine then. If they want all
Oh,
this,
that's what
make
they
them
on.
take the vaccine. And that's why they haven't came up with a deal yet. The deal's still stalled because
Listen, this whole shit is suspect. You mean to tell me we had AIDS, cancer, syphilis, and all
exactly.
this for
Facts.
years,
We
and
ain't
you
got
ain't
no
got nothing
cures.
for it? But in a time span of 6 months, you came up with a vaccine that's supposedly work for this. Nah, and then at that, the first trial is always the worst trial.
Yo,
It's
listen.
like it's like it's like when a game system first comes out. You don't buy the first batch.
But,
You
but,
give it some time. You let that
but
shit
hold on,
do what it do. Like,
hold on. You
and
want to
then
know
you
what's the
get it.
crazy part? Want to know what's the crazy part?
Uh,
Let me tell you how people are. Joe Biden is Joe Biden. He's saying what he said, but Dr. Fauci now doesn't want to take credit for, or anybody that's connected to him, credit for starting the vaccine for the virus. He made it be known that a black woman was the one that invented the virus.
mm.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you
Hold on,
read
hold
that?
on. Y'all breaking up. Did you read what she said?
I'm reading now.
It says she wrote today at my daughter's diabetic doctor appointment. They were asking parents to get their kids a vaccine. I said no and walked out. Didn't even finish the appointment. They are crazy. Same with the flu vaccine. I actually took the flu vaccine this year only because it says, the vaccine is the mark of the beast. I only took the flu vaccine this year only because of the whole health situation I was in with the blood clots and trying to avoid any stress on my body to cause the blood clots since I knew I was stopping them. Flu vaccine has been going on for years though. So I kind of a little more comfortable, but I'm glad I took it before they started talking about the COVID vaccine because I feel like now they're just gonna give you the two of them together.
Yes,
I feel like
that's
that's
what
what they're
my
gonna do. When you agree to one, they're gonna say here, give you the two. I think that's what they're gonna do. But I didn't take it. But I don't listen. I'm not with the vaccine because I agree with like I've been reading that a lot with what Boo
stop.
Boo said. I didn't I didn't agree with what I agree with what Boo Boo said because I've been seeing that a lot. They haven't cured all these things. We invest so much donations into leukemia. They have yet to cure leukemia, but they curing. Ain't nobody invest $1 into the COVID vaccine, and boom, they got a freaking vaccine. We got AIDS, HIV, shit. They got herpes, syphilis. They got all these motherfucking shits that they don't got no cures for. But they gonna find some shit to fix the. I don't believe the shit. I don't believe the shit.
Yeah,
When
I'm
they
not.
come with
I'm not.
random birth control, then I believe them.
You know what's the crazy part? Craziest thing in the whole wide world is that now kids that go to school, public school,
Mm-hmm.
you know, remember there was the age where you could just not give your kid the flu shot.
Yeah.
Now, um, it was 5 years old. The baby turns 5 in January,
Yeah.
so
But
I
they
have the
need to
right
go
to.
into real school though.
I have the right to certain things, but they might take that right away. I found out through people that go to schools in other states and other places that that you can sign a paper if the kids get sick. If you sign this paper that De Blasio keeps wanting the parents to sign, that they could take your kid out of school and put them in quarantine without you even knowing.
That what?
Put you in quarantine without you even knowing.
Uh huh. So they trying to get a school shot up.
Yeah, they put your kid in quarantine.
Nah, he bugging out.
And, yeah, but he keeps telling the parents to sign the paper. And parents,
Yeah,
that's
that's how
why.
he.
But you notice like about honestly like 90% of the kids are not either in hybrid learning or they don't go to school at all. Most of the kids are doing remote learning
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
because the parents are not signing that paper, and he's trying to abolish hybrid learning. Either you're going to be in school or you're going to be at home.
I agree with that though.
Mm.
You don't need to do both, which, like Laura said, it's understandable because 2 days in school for what? What am I
No,
going two
I
days in
agree.
school?
I agree with that full or no. I like either your kids gonna be at school or they're gonna be home. I don't think that. I think that the problem with the hybrid is that we don't have hybrid jobs.
Yeah.
You know, like your job ain't hybrid. Like you there 5 days. They don't want to hear the 2 days from home, three. Because
Trust me, I know. They're not trying to
if
hear
your
that.
job was hybrid, I'm all for it. If I say, oh, I'm gonna choose like boo, if you decide to choose hybrid for your kids, then your job has to give you hybrid work. They have to pay you for 5 days, but you only go in
For 2 days.
2 days, 2 days 1 week, 3 days the next. I'm all for that. I'm with the hybrid. I'm gonna have me a baby just to have hybrid schooling, so I can go to school. I'm
You
like,
want
well,
to
give
take
me a
this
baby.
one?
Yeah, like
You want
just
to
give
take
me a
this
baby.
one?
I don't need. Listen, I want hybrid. I want hybrid work. Go 2 days, but that's not reality. Like people don't
Cold?
work hybrid. You
So lay
know,
down, baby.
so people
Relax.
don't work the hybrid. Then
So go
it
up there.
becomes difficult. And what it is that nobody went fully back to school. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody went fully back to school.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I'm texting and talking all at the same time.
Christina and KD is her new name on there. Kevin Durant.
She switched over to the other side.
KD.
She went
One
to
of
the
my
other
Nah,
people.
coworkers,
but
oh, this
at the
break it up
same
again.
time,
Stop that. Oh
I
God, I
realize,
gotta leave. I gotta come back.
the
They're
schools
doing that shit again.
they're trying to do too much. You get what I'm saying? They're trying to do too much, and I
Yeah.
don't believe like I can't like I said it. If I have to go to a homeschooling for the baby, goes to kindergarten to first, second, I will do that. if that's gonna be the restrictions and the thing that they want us to do all the time when it comes to the kids, sign a paper and let them be taken out of school without you even knowing. If they show some type of symptoms, I'd rather him be home. I'd rather him be
Yeah.
home. I'd rather jump on a laptop with him, let him do his lessons and print out the paperwork and do the lessons with him. You know, get scanners and scan the paperwork in and let him go like that. Because at the end of the day, they
How
give.
you talk about scanners?
Huh?
You talking
What's
about
that?
for the
I know what
Swana?
he's saying, but is it you muted him?
No, I'm muted.
Yo, Joey, like, what you talking about scanners? How old are you, bro? Like, they don't scan no
What is
more.
that sound? It's annoying me.
Scanning it into the computer system, yes.
Nah,
Was
no, because now they got them tablets where
it's
you just
boo booing
write
them?
you write on
Y'all
the,
breaking
the
up
fucking
like that.
assignment.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that with him. He'll
Niggas are
scribble all day long.
scanning. Yo, you old, bro.
Yes, I am old.
What do you mean you old? I lost it. I was gone. What happened?
Oh, she called me old because I talking about scanning stuff into the computer.
I still
Yeah.
scan stuff into the computer.
Cause you old too.
I'm not old. That's the department. That's what they have. They have a
Yeah,
big ass
that's
copy
why they
machine,
go too.
and I have to scan shit
They
into
don't
the
want to upgrade
email.
the systems.
Listen, they let them upgrade my pay. Fuck the system. Upgrade the pay. I don't give a fuck about the system.
Yeah,
I'll
you
keep
don't want the
scanning my
system.
shit. Let them upgrade the pay. I'll scan for the rest of my life.
No, what they
Upgrade
need to
this
do
money. What?
Now, but the
is
MTA now wants money.
they need to what they need to do is they need to pardon all bills, mortgage, rent,
Yeah, you would.
like and all that, right? For a month and get it so that nobody is outside. Nobody
They tried
is
that.
outside for 2 weeks.
They tried that.
No, they tried it, but what I mean is pardon like
Wipe
you
everybody's
don't have
shit clean.
yeah, like don't worry about paying nothing. Don't worry about paying nothing.
Just
Go
for
food
2 weeks, shut
shopping,
shit down.
get your food. We are shutting down America. Like there's not even gonna be an airplane in the sky. There's gonna be police out there. Cause them police out there, you catch you outside, it's not an emergency, you going to jail. You going to jail like the bus driver when he uppercut that shorty, you go to jail. Yeah, wow. Whoop that ass. You going to jail. They need to lock down everything. NYPD, FDNY, and ambulance. Hospitals need to be the only people that are outside. That's how we gonna get through with
So you
this.
saying for people to buy 2 weeks worth of food?
For people to go do set a date. Like right now, be like, all right, January 10th.
Supermarkets will be closed.
January 10th. You got to January 10th to get all the food you need for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Cause we gonna play the purge horn.
Yo, that's
Oh
not fair.
shit!
Everything shut down. And it's gonna be the opposite. Anybody outside is going to jail. I don't care if your dog ran out the door. Let him go.
I'm with it. I'm with
You're
it.
No,
going to
I'm
I'm with
not.
jail.
it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
First of all, I need to
I'm with
find a
it.
place to coop for 2 weeks because I can't be home. I'm by myself. It's nobody here with me. I need some place to hide for 2 weeks. Okay,
That's
somebody to
fine.
be boo. I need to find me a
That's
boo.
fine. You could be.
You can't give me
We
no
got
date
room.
like January. Listen,
I'm
I'm
going to
We
trying to
got
Boo
room. We
House.
got an extra
I want
mattress.
food.
Yeah, I'm coming there too with the baby. Me and the baby trooping up there. Fuck that. Doing
Yo,
two
who
Well,
want
weeks.
we're
to be
gonna have a
alone
party.
for two
I have
fucking
another
weeks?
2 weeks. I have another 2 weeks of food in there.
Yo,
Yeah, why
both
not?
of y'all.
Nah, but
We're gonna
seriously,
have a
why not?
party.
Why not?
Why?
Listen,
I'm with it.
I'm with it.
But
I'm with it.
that's the only way. When this flu thing first started,
The
and I
flu.
said it, if there's any smart people in the world and Trump's administration, what they need to do before this gets any worse, the way it did, I said it. They need to lock down America, have everybody inside, and what they need to do is they need to test the first responders. Mandatory. Mandatory. You a cop, you a fire department, you work in a hospital, you go through
Yeah.
mandatory testing. Because the truth be told, this right here, this virus here, got spread through first responders. believe it or not.
I could
Because
probably.
whether it was that the person had the symptoms or not, they touched somebody, they dealt with somebody that had the symptoms, had it on them, and they passed it along. I believe first responders should have been the only people outside. They should have been the only people mandatory with the testing, especially since there was a limited amount of testing where they could do it. You understand? So instead of testing random people, tell everybody stay in the crib 14 days. You understand? You get a fever or something, then you go to the hospital. But by that time, all first responders is tested and cleared. If they did it like that, this virus, there's a chance this virus would have never been as bad as it is now.
But you're right. But then you got stupid people like where I work
I
at.
should have been president.
Where I work at in the supermarket, the stupid people.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people today I had to call a manager on because they didn't want to put their mask on their face? Like, sir, can you please put your mask on your face? Why do I gotta do this? Why do I gotta do this? Why? Sir,
Who, the customers?
Yeah, sir, I'm not gonna serve you because you're
That's
supposed to
it.
have a mask on.
Nigga, you want your $5 ham? I want you masky on. No mask, no ham.
So I would have to go to walk all I must have lost like 5-10 pounds walking to customer service like 13, 14, 15 times to get the manager. The manager was like, yo, so you made an announcement. Don't go to none of my departments if you don't have a mask on.
That's it. See, you good, because me, I done took my mask off. Shit, since you're not supposed to wear your mask, why should I take off my mask?
But
all fucking day.
But Staten Island.
They numbers is high. Good night,
Yes,
Miss
but
Latoya.
only in. Good night, Latoya.
Good night, Toya.
But only in certain in a few parts, because those few parts that's high are the idiot white Trump supporters. Because where I work at is Trump supporters.
Mm.
But the person that owns the supermarket is not a Trump supporter. And you can't get into the supermarket without your mask on. And they have security right up front. They have security right up front.
So that's why they do it when they get in.
Yeah, but now they're starting to have security.
So you mean to tell me these niggas wore their mask to get into the supermarket and sat there and said, I'm gonna take it off.
Yeah,
and then they take it off, walk around, right? No, because they walk around without it, or down here, they pull it down here, right? They walk around, right? And then they go toward the register because they're leaving. I'm already in, so you can't tell. You know how many people done left their shopping carts there and the cashier's like, okay. Because they wasn't going to take them. Like, we're not taking you. We're not taking you. You got to put your mask on your face. Like, when I clock in, they take my temperature.
Yeah.
I take my temperature every day.
Every day. Oh, I'm tired. Listen, they take my temperature. I'll be looking for the shit to be over 97.
Yo, Laura told me that shit the other day. She was like, yo, I was hoping my shit was like a 100. So they sent me home. Not sick, just I'm a little hot. So I just want to go home.
Look, you know what you do? You know what you do? Sit there, you boil you a rag, right? And just keep it on your forehead while you driving to work. So by the time you get, you don't hear me talking? So when you get to work, you take the rag off. Right before you get to work, you take the rag off. They're going to put that shit on your forehead. It's going to be beep, 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 101.
Be like this.
Yep. You still get paid for that day, right?
Yeah, I got time. I got buku time. I'm about to go on vacation. My last day of work is the 24th. I do not return back to the 14th.
Oh, shit.
So, Laura, I'm going to talk to my worker tomorrow.
You're lucky.
To the 14th, but unfortunately, I did that because I thought I was going to get a white shirt. I was hoping for my white shirt. I just wanted to make sure I got my last Christmas vacation because, you don't see them shits when you get high up. I know somebody working New Year's Eve. I was like this. Oh, poor baby. Not I. Not this bitch.
I have to work New Year. Listen, I don't know what he's going to do, but he might give me Friday and Saturday off. Well, Christmas Day and Christmas the next day after Christmas.
Well, if he gives you those, you take your check. Yeah, I go thotting. I'm gonna find me some thotting. I think I have it wrong. I think I'm just supposed to be a hoe. I think if I'm just a hoe, it'll make my life easier. And that don't
Might
work.
be.
What?
I was watching the TikTok and the girl said that she was big mad. She was like, I never had to go without sex when I was a hoe. She said I wanted to get in a relationship and now I gotta go 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I should not go more than 2 days without no sex. She said, yeah, I'm mad. Then I gotta go inside with his fat ass and she was breaking. I was dying. I think she
Go
had the
pee
right.
pee.
But well, I don't know how that's gonna work. Just let me know what you're doing. But I am on the vacation. No
Do what you
worries.
gotta
Well,
do.
like I told you, Laura,
You want to sleep in jeans?
I'm gonna go back to regular. I'm gonna do a regular schedule for that week. I'm gonna
What?
tell them to give me a regular schedule of 10 to 6, Monday through
Oh, for the
Friday.
one
That
I
week.
got it for the yeah. You can,
Yeah.
as long as did you talk to the people about your situation?
Well, I spoke to Boo Boo.
No, not Boo Boo. She's back. Hey Toya, she's back.
Yay!
Where did she
And
go? She never.
she said good night. You
She,
didn't see the good night?
oh,
She said
She was
I'm
going to
back.
sleep. But she was
She
like,
said,
nah,
she
this
took,
nah, this is interesting today, so I ain't going to sleep yet.
she took a cat
So
nap.
she's with us.
yeah.
So what I was gonna say? Let's not
I
talk
mean,
about
it
that.
is
What we gonna? Let's. I got some questions. I got another question.
okay.
What?
So I was talking to a coworker today. First of all, let me start by saying this coworker, I didn't believe what they were telling me.
Oh,
But they were proceeding to tell me lies. They were trying to sell me the Brooklyn Bridge. Wasn't really buying. But the question they posed kind of sound interesting. So are you a sex addict if you like to have sex every day? Hold
Nah.
on.
that's not the definition of a sex addict.
No, but
Nah.
that's what he said. He was like, he thinks the girl is a sex addict because she just wants to have sex all the time, every day. And I was like,
Nah. Listen, I
Not
know sex
necessarily.
addicts.
no, I
I
know.
know sex addicts. I know
I
bitches that
do
done cheated
too.
on their nigga because the nigga didn't have sex with her that day, and they anywhere, anytime, any place. That's a sex addict. Like,
They finna
you feel
pop.
me?
Yeah.
They don't care who it is. You could have
Yeah,
a whole wife. You have
having
a whole
sex every
wife.
day is just having sex every day is just a workout. That's just getting your squats in. That's it.
If you're a sex addict, you just if your husband says no or your wife says no, you go out and you just have sex with whoever.
Or a nigga at work. You can't respect the fact that nigga at work. You gotta have some now. Like, fuck it. Like
Yeah,
that's sex
that's a sex.
addictism. Like,
Now I knew one girl who was a sex addict, and she told me she used to have pains,
Oh, I
like
bet.
literal pains.
there's a clinical word for them. That's called nymphomaniac.
Like she had pains. She couldn't like there was times she had pains. She had to call like exes and
Yeah,
Pains.
that's that nympho shit, man.
There's so many
Latoya
names.
That's that
says sex
nympho
is
shit.
amazing. Latoya says sex is amazing.
Yes, it is, especially if you got the right what? Whoa! Let me tell you something, man. Nah, but that doesn't
But
make
yeah,
him a
it's
sex
always
addict.
She
yeah.
said she
Don't
ain't get any in a million years. Girl, Toya, join the club. I'm feeling the same
oh
way.
shit. These two are gonna be best of friends now.
Listen, man. There's too much
I'm
COVID
gonna have to
cuddling
reset my
going on for you
phone.
to not be
'Cause
having
I
none,
keep
man.
hearing that. That shit is annoying.
There's got to be somebody out there that you know and trust. You feel me? That you know is 100% clean. Get the doctor's bill of health. You feel me? Get a cuddle date. You feel me? And rock out.
Listen, the problem is, with all this going on, do you really trust everybody?
That's why I say it's got to be somebody you trust, man. Somebody you
Yeah,
trust.
but
Somebody
but
that's
can you trust that person?
yeah. That listen. There's people. There's people who you could sit there and say, "All right, I trust this person. I know this person. But even if you don't trust them, tell them like, yo, I need a clean doctor's bill of health because I got a scratchy scratch. You feel me? There's something like this. Listen, man, there's ways around it, man. Life is too young for you to. Oh, you got it, man. Oh, nah. Listen, man. But take that late night surprise. You feel me? You won't complain then.
Yo, what the late night surprise?
I
That's the
won't
question.
complain.
Will a man get mad if their woman came and just surprised them with a late night surprise? Like came
Late
to
night
their house, knocked on
surprise? Mm.
Can you what, Toya? Can you what?
Tell you late night surprises, man. Late night
She
surprises the
said no,
norm.
can you? I think that's what it was she was saying no to. Your late night surprise.
Get me? No. Nah, that's not what she's saying.
Now that's what I figure out. No, I don't know about the can you. I know the no. I'm talking about her no. Her no was to your late night surprise.
Oh,
No what? What are you can youing about?
can you? How you make a word? How you make up your own word? Can you? Trust a
Trust
woman?
a woman. Can I? Yes,
Um,
I can.
yeah,
But I can't trust every woman.
yeah.
Go pee pee first. Go pee pee. Come on. Let's go pee pee. I'm not.
Oh, with no protection. No, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about with no protection. I'm talking about like because of this COVID situation. You feel me? Like there's people out there that you don't know who they're hanging around, how much they take this COVID situation serious and all that. You feel me? But with me, protection always. Don't ask me
Pee.
how I got so many kids, but
Okay.
protection always.
If you pee in the bed, it's a wrap for you. And I'm saying it on live. Go use the bathroom. Okay. Go to bed now.
Who you trust, Joey?
I trust the woman who I'm with.
Good answer. Round of applause. Where Laura went?
Oh, okay. She said, I said, okay, you understand what? I
I think she
answered
was
your
talking.
question.
No, I think she was talking about what I said with the. I'm not talking about the protection. I'm talking about with the COVID. Like people that you
Yeah,
trust that take the.
but COVID is it's not a game. You know, we don't talk about it as a family as much, but we've lost a lot.
Yeah.
We've lost a lot. My family, you know, we've lost a lot. And for people not trying to take it seriously, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
It pisses me off because at the end of the day, I can't go through that hurt again. Nah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, vaccine, no, I'm not taking that vaccine because think about it. God forbid you took the vaccine, boo boo, and you caught double pneumonia and you couldn't breathe. Nah, that's something
Yeah. That shit
you
is
got.
scary. Man.
Yeah, then you can't. You go to the hospital, you can't have no visitors, no nothing. You know, you got to talk on cell phones, and then
Listen, let me tell you something. I know what it is to not be able to breathe. When I was younger, my asthma was reckless. I sat there one day in the middle of the night. I woke up to an asthma attack. Like I woke up in the middle of not breathing. Like my mother took me to the hospital. She ain't called an ambulance. We hopped in the car. I couldn't walk. Every step was like me pulling for my last breath. Like I couldn't. So you mean to tell me this COVID does worse? I can't. No, hell no. People want to say it's a host. Whether you know what, and I keep on telling people. This is why I tell people like I got a lot of friends and a lot of family that do the conspiracy theory things and all that. So I'm all right. let's stay off the conspiracy theories. Let's stick to the facts. The facts is people are dying. People are dying from something. So whether it's the corona that's killing us, or because we feel like we sick and we go to the hospital and the hospital decides to kill us all because the government set out a F-22 order that secret service whatever shit like that, whatever. You understand? I'm not giving them a reason to get rid of me.
Yeah, these people need to stay alive, but these people need to die. Like, yeah. Right, it's very serious. I wipe all things down when I shop. I shower after I come from outside. All the time I wash my hands, mop with Lysol. I use double mask.
I still feel like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, she stay over. Let me
it's
say
the same thing here. When the summertime came around, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little lax with it. The reason why I was though was because they've been saying this since the beginning. Because of the heat, the virus can't survive on surfaces that long.
Yeah.
So I was a little lax with it. But now that it's starting to get cold, nah. And you know what's crazy is that this is. Oh yeah, definitely he is. But you know what's crazy about this
What the
is
hell? Every time I come back,
that
it's doing the same thing. What did I miss?
it kills me because I'm not even
Talk
an
about COVID.
inside person. I like being outside.
You
I
too? I love
love
being
being
outside.
outside.
I love being
And
outside.
I can't even be outside, man, because people just don't know how to respect, COVID. But that also goes with the asshole president that we got,
Yeah.
that we had.
Yeah, we don't have
You
that
know,
type anymore.
he's still fighting. I'm laughing because the three people he appointed to the Supreme Court.
Oh, he big mad, big mad.
The three people he appointed to the Supreme Court are the
Mm-hmm.
same three people with the rest of the Supreme Court that told him we're not overturning the election.
Oh no, they didn't tell him anything. They gave him a one word negative case. Like they hit him with a one word sentence. That's what they was talking about that shit on Channel 1 this morning.
Yeah,
They
Mm-hmm.
was like, yo, they didn't just like
they
they didn't
blocked
just
his
say like, a long speech or whatever. 34 minutes after they put the order in, they was like, "Dub, bye."
yeah, Texas, and the crazy part is Texas and him was suing those four states, and the Supreme Court of the fifth court that he put all these people. Nah, you good. They're not stupid. They know if
He's trying to avoid jail time.
but they know that they're judges. They have to go by the law. Regardless who puts
Mm-hmm.
them in and who doesn't, you still have to follow the law. And he's trying to get these people not to follow the law. He has all right to do what he's doing. Yes. Yes. But Texas is joining in on the lawsuits. I was on TikTok and they had somebody scratching out Biden, saying Biden didn't win not one state. And Trump won all the states. You know,
They
at the
some
end of the
people are
day,
bugged up.
He's delusional.
No, you know what you got to do now? I'm gonna put it on Facebook a couple of times because remember when we sat there and said Trump isn't our president, Obama is, and they said he's the president, you gotta obey, right? Now everybody's sitting there saying Biden's not my president, Trump is. So you gotta sit there and hit them with he's the president, you gotta obey.
Hello, obey.
That's what they need.
Yo, I'm with it. Let's do that on TikTok. The president gotta obey. And then we all lay down like Nate Robinson.
We all lay down.
No. First of all, even that Tyson and Roy was a bad.
No, but see, I realized why Roy Jones and Tyson really wasn't throwing that many punches because they wasn't really tallying the fight. They just did it for charity. They was gonna do the 2 minutes. They're old. They said, let's do these 16 minutes and call it a day.
Yeah.
Then they shouldn't have charged so much goddamn money for them goddamn 16 minutes.
But
well,
all
that's
that
what the
money went to
charity's for.
charity. And all
I
that money
hear
went to charity.
you, but charity starts at home.
So true. So true.
First of all, and what I will tell you, there was another fight this weekend.
Who for?
Yeah.
Some
They want
some
Pacquiao
Spanish
and
guy.
they want
I named the
Pacquiao and
Spanish
Mayweather to do
guy.
it.
I named the Spanish guy Team Purple, and then it was some black guy. I named him Team Fur. Here's why: the Spanish
Oh
guy was Team
gosh.
Purple because he had on purple pants, and the black guy was Team Fur because he had fur on his pants and his boots.
Yeah.
Came out wearing the fur, so he was Team Fur. So Team Fur won because Team Purple didn't even have to protect his face. This shit was fucked up. Now they were names to these people, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, boxing it's horrible, but I'm getting a little into it. Now they were names for these guys, and if you give me like 2 seconds, I could probably tell you the name of these guys. Hold on, my watch is talking to me. I could probably tell you the name of these guys. I just named them Team Purple and Team
Team Fur.
Latoya
yeah,
said
Team Fur was
boxing is
undefeated.
horrible.
Yeah, Team Fur was undefeated. Found that out. He had never lost. So but you see that shows you the level.
I gotta get their names, but yeah,
I'll
they
get
was
to
talking
that right
about
now.
that
Give me
fight
a
too.
second. Because I,
They was
I, I
talking
was
about
texting
that.
somebody and they were giving me their names and I was
She
just
said,
quoting.
"OMG, LOL, Team Fur."
That's what he had on. Yo, my man had on fur. He had fur on his shorts and on his shoes. Team Fur, that was his name.
Who won the fight?
Team Fur won. He was undefeated. Did you not know this? I was shocked. Okay. Um.
She said her cousin's the boxer.
Okay. Team Fur was named Spencer, and Team Purple was Garcia. So Spence and
oh,
Garcia.
I know them. I know the fighters. I know who you're talking about.
I know who they were. I had to go back in text messages that I had with somebody because again I labeled them the way I did. Team Purple because Garcia had on purple, and then
Mm-hmm.
Team Fur because Spence had on fur. He came out there like he was Pip Daddy. My man had we was watching the fight, but we wasn't watching it. And then one of the people that was with him that was in CO room, we was watching it, looked at it, and was like, "Yo, he got fur on his boots." I was like, "Son," I was like, "He was Team Fur," but I didn't know Team Fur was undefeated. But Team Fur was undefeated. So then I said to myself, "Who would bet against Team Fur?" Because the person I was texting said they want money. So I was like, "Who would bet against Team Fur for
That's the
Team
same
Purple?"
way
And
I
then
realized.
they said, "Oh, because they said Spanish people." I said, "The disrespect." I was like,
Yo, but they're trying to get
disrespectful.
Pacquiao and Mayweather to do the They're trying to get Pacquiao and Mayweather to do the 16 rounds, the 16 minutes. I
Man,
I'm
said
not
them
I'm
watching
two
over.
would really
nobody
try.
else. I'm not
I'm
watching
No, them
over
two
nobody
would really
else
Mayweather.
try to.
for no fucking 16 minutes.
No,
If they
no.
ain't gonna
Listen,
But
shoot the
I'm telling you
five for
that.
five, I don't
No,
want his shit.
no. I'm telling you, Mayweather and
I
Pacquiao,
want
they're
them to
gonna try to
fight.
fight and fuck each other up.
That's what I want. Those
listen.
There's
16 minutes. They did those. Listen, I was watching
Mayweather.
that match, and it was what three.
I respect Mayweather. It's cool, the brand and all that. The name goes high and all that. But let me tell you something. As a person who watched almost every single one of Mayweather's fights, I could tell you Mayweather is not undefeated. There's a few fights they took away from that man, that they took away from them people.
I could believe
You
that.
And
know why
that's
they did.
why I don't like Mayweather. Because I feel
But do
like
you know?
I
But do you
feel
know
like
why
he
they did
bought
that?
them out.
But do you know
Listen,
why he did?
Canelo's one of them. Canelo's one of them. Canelo
I've
was
seen that fight,
tearing Mayweather up.
but he fucked him up. He
Canelo
fucked that man
Canelo
up
was
So how
fucking
did Mayweather
Mayweather up
win?
because
by
Mayweather.
points.
What people don't realize, and
Points.
that's what made Roy Jones a hell of a fighter because he could knock you the fuck out. Well, if you was a boxer that was tough, too tough for him to knock out, he did points. He did little shit,
And what's points? The little keep hitting you?
little
Like
jabs here,
how many connects you get? Yeah,
little jabs here, little things here on the side, like on the
Yeah,
ribs.
but the
You
shit
know,
I
is
seen it. Team Purple need to stop fighting.
Mayweather
Clearly,
got
he know
people
what
in
he
his
was doing.
pocket
hmm
because
yeah, but he
Canelo
got
wasn't the only
judged.
person he lost to.
Yeah, but when you seen that fight,
What that then?
I never seen it.
yes, he did fuck up Mayweather. He won. He won to me. He won way more rounds than Mayweather. But if you scored it, you would have scored it. They probably would have scored it the same because Mayweather was hitting the little shot with his little shots. Mayweather likes to make you miss.
Nah,
When he went against De La
you know
Hoya,
what throws them off is Mayweather's stance.
yeah,
If you pay attention to his stance, he keeps hand up and he blocks with his shoulder. So they
hmm
think that you're not connecting to him because when you swing,
but he's
he puts the shoulder up. They think it's sliding off the shoulder. You hitting him. You're just hitting his shoulder first. That's still a point.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
That's like you sitting there, you throwing a hook, and I'm like this. And because I'm like this, you hit me in my little cheekbone. You still get a point off of that.
but they wasn't
You
giving him the
understand? That
points off
block was
that.
just to cushion
Yeah,
it. Yo,
yeah, but they wasn't giving him the points off that because Mayweather's not stupid. If I block with my shoulder and it looks like it's sliding off my shoulder, they're not going to give him a point.
no,
Wow.
And that's how
Mayweather.
Mayweather won the majority. About let's say
It's
he was
about
what
damn time.
30, 32 and 0.
Oh, I had it.
What
What happened?
happened?
Mayweather still was 32 and 0 or something like that.
Uh huh.
Hello,
Miss
Can y'all
Daniels?
hear me?
What's
Yeah, we
up?
can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
You at work?
What's up, everybody?
No,
What's
she in
up?
them
How you
Huh?
doing?
streets.
I'm good. How are
She in them
y'all?
streets.
Damn, I kind of just like
She in the streets.
flew in a conversation, didn't I?
Yeah. Fluent talking about Mayweather.
Because you, yeah, we just added. I just added you because you in them streets. What you doing in them streets?
Girl, I am not. Chill. You know the situation of the situation.
Oh
Girl, I
yeah.
can't be in no street.
They
Okay.
But
watching you, huh?
so
Nigga watching you. I see you.
yeah, they are. Yeah, I got some news about this coronavirus shit. Oh my god.
What's
But
up?
damn, I kind of just jumped in the conversation. That's so unprofessional. But what's up,
It
everybody?
is what
How
it
y'all
is.
doing?
We be when you in them streets.
Mm-hmm.
I
Not
give
the
you the
look at
Joey too
Joe.
busy eating to give her the Ricky eye.
Bags. But as far as
We
the
waiting to see what your answer is.
as far as that fight goes, I think everybody kind of feel how I felt. Well, not feel how I felt, but like know how I feel. Um, especially with that Jake Paul and
Oh, that
the
shit was hilarious.
what you
That
call
them
it?
memes is
Oh my god.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Them memes though.
the memes are definitely hilarious. But in that situation, I do feel as if Buddy had a full blown advantage over his opponent. You know, that's just actual facts. Man standing 6'1" and Buddy is 5'9", arms longer than I don't know what.
There's some people in the hood
Like,
that went and said that was a problem. I know some
yeah, he
hood
wouldn't have
people.
rolled up to nobody hood doing no shit like that. But apparently, now I
Let's
don't know, cause I guess
I know
he
some people
can
that don't
roll
think
up
hype
to.
means shit.
I think he could
don't.
roll up to the baby's hood and do
Look,
that
see,
shit. Cause yeah, huh?
Boo Boo said that hype shit don't mean
That
nothing.
shit don't. That shit don't matter.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
You swing
Hey,
the same way I can swing, nigga.
yeah, but in that moment in a boxing ring, I don't think that works. Well, it
But
works,
Nate
but
did go night night. They made a night pack for that.
Yo,
Yeah, they made a weed pack. A weed pack is called night night, and they got Nate Robinson laying down.
yeah, that's so
but the way they
yo.
did that
It
shit
was the
was
memes.
hilarious.
Yo, they wild on
Yeah,
him.
the memes made it
The
funny.
way they did that
They
shit was
Um,
hilarious. So them memes was on it.
I'm gonna make a
Mm.
shirt with him
And then
laying there.
Yo, all them shits is crazy.
And then the fucking Mayweather fight, not Mayweather, but Mike Tyson fight. That was a pretty, eh.
No.
I felt like Mike Tyson definitely won,
Who the hell is got the shit
but
playing? Joey? Is
Buddy
that
had
you?
more hit points than he did. So
That
Hello?
yeah, they're muted.
No, I muted Joey.
What happened?
I muted Joey
somebody
because
told
Joey
me,
was watching the video
I was
and
watching somebody ask me to how to comment. One of the
Oh,
subscribers.
Christina.
what do you
So
mean
what
how to
was you saying?
comment?
You got news about this
COVID, yeah.
coronavirus?
Yeah,
Well,
What's
well,
the
it's
news?
not news, but it's like personal testimonies, y'all.
okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
so Laura, we kind of briefly spoke about
Your
this
situation.
situation in regards to coronavirus. So tell me why, right? There's this guy that I do occasionally speak to. We kind of check in on each other and whatnot. Um, but he ended up texting me and telling me that he tested positive for COVID and that he had like weird freaking symptoms. Like he told me that when he was tested positive for coronavirus, the following morning he woke up and y'all know how Forrest Whitaker's eye like loops, like it's droopy. He
Yeah.
told me that his eye was like droopy, and that it was out of rotation. Like his eye was like rotating a little bit. So it was like off of his like rotating axis situation. So it was due to like COVID. That was like one of his symptoms. And he told me that he had went outside, I think to go to like the bodega. Everybody goes to the bodega. And he said that he got a letter at the door saying that it's prohibited that he leaves his house to do anything for the next 14 days. So like, and that's news that I had just got today. Yes, that's news that I got today. He said that he had went on his porch and he found a letter talking about how it was like it's not against the law, but like it's prohibited that he's like out and about. He's not allowed to, you know, be outside, interacting, doing all of that other stuff when he's supposed to be quarantined. So he
Who
was
gave him
like,
that letter?
yes, he was like, girl, you know who gave him that letter. I don't want to be
The
funny, but
marshals.
you know who
They
gave
sit
him
there.
that
They got his
letter.
information.
Yes, you
That's
know
it.
who gave him that letter. They
The
watching him.
marshals.
The
He
Mar no,
was
I'm
When
just
you go
asking
to
what
the
happened
being
to that
hospital, they
letter.
sit there. They say where you live at. What's your phone number? You do all that,
yup,
and you get
yup.
19 positive. Niggas be like, nah,
Mhm.
you gotta stay home, buddy.
I wish they would have left
Yes,
that letter on
buddy,
some
he
of my
legit
coworkers'
got
porch.
a
Them motherfuckers kind of work. They kind of work with that shit. They don't
yeah.
act like that shit don't say nothing.
Mm. He said that he definitely got a letter and it was talking about how he was prohibited to like leave his place for like the next 14 days, which I thought was kind of like bizarre. It was so like bizarre, like the fact that people are like watching individuals to make sure that they're not leaving like their house and stuff like that is a kind of it's a little crazy to me. And then I think it's
They
even
doing
funnier that
daily
like
checkups.
that's that too. But I find it funny that like his symptom was so different. Like it was so far fetched that I've never heard of anybody being tested positive for COVID and like their eye being like all crazy and stuff like that. And I think it was funny that I've also never heard of people the feds they dropping letters at the door and stuff because they watch you. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. So it's like his story was a little bit it hit me like, wait, what? Weird symptoms, they watching you, like that's
They
crazy.
said don't make it egg and cheese for him. Facts.
It be
He
like
had to grow up
it be like that.
that.
Facts.
$10
Definitely
for a
be like
bacon, egg, and
that.
cheese. Nah, but that's But that's the one thing about this that was scary about it is that they got basic symptoms, and for some reason, everybody else goes through different symptoms. See, my big scare on it is the way it hit the kids. They don't talk about it no more.
Yeah.
But the little bit of kids that it had hit, like these kids was slipping in comas. These kids, there was
Yep.
a 7-year-old that caught a stroke.
Yeah.
Like,
A newborn baby tested positive for COVID, and he was born
mm-hmm,
like it's found in men's sperm. Like it affects the men, like it affects y'all's genitalia. It's like it's so crazy, so
mm-hmm.
crazy.
And then everybody always go through different symptoms. That's why you said your man's had the droopy eye.
Yeah.
That's
Lord said,
that's
"Give me a minute."
scary.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's like I've never heard of a symptom like that before. Like it's supposed to be a respiratory situation. Like, like why is his eye now all of a sudden being like droopy and like it's out of rotation? This man eye has never been like this. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
that was so crazy to me. So crazy
Well,
to
that's
me.
why people are scared to take the vaccines because you know what? You know what the vaccine got to contain in order to do it, right? The dead virus, the dead cell of it. So
You know what? How do y'all feel
they
about
gon'
that? I kind of
I'm
want to
not
wait till
taking it.
Laura get in to ask that. I don't know if y'all already spoke about that or not.
No, we kind of did, but we kind of like brushed by it quick. But we kind of spoke about it. But I'm not taking it.
I'm not either. I second that.
I don't give
I'm
a
not
fuck.
either.
If it's by the
Um,
law, I'm gonna do 90 days of Rikers. Fuck it. Make sure I got some in my books. That's it. I'm not taking it. Not happening. Nope. I do 90 days. Fuck it.
Realistically, do y'all think they'll force it on us?
Yeah. There,
That
there,
is
there's
so
there's
fucking scary, yo. Like, oh my god.
there's a way they got to
Oh
do
my
it
god.
legally. And you know how they do it legally. This is how they do it legally, right? Like for kids,
Hmm.
um, up to a certain age, it's mandatory that you have to have the flu shot in order to go to school. That's how they
Yeah.
legally get you to do shit. So they'll sit there and say, okay, nobody can come back to work until they got a doctor clearance. And the only way you can get a doctor clearance is if
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
yeah, and the only way you can get a doctor clearance is if you get the shot.
Did
That's
I
the legal way to do it, but that's a way to force people to do it.
that too?
Yep.
Um,
And
did
fuck
I
that.
ever did we ever speak
Well,
about how about like how like when you walk into a store and you're wearing your mask, you see everybody wearing their mask and stuff, and it's always that one person who just don't want to wear it, and how we all look at them funny for not wearing their mask in the store.
mm-hmm,
So it's like, what if, like, in a way that kind of like backfires in a sense? So it's like, people who have already taken the vaccine are now looking at people who haven't taken the vaccine a little bit weird and a little bit funny. Like, it ain't even got nothing to do with a mask at this point. It's like, oh, you not vaccinated? Oh no, you're not welcome in
this,
here at all. Oh, oh,
I wonder if the
oh.
well,
Like, go ahead.
well,
I'm sorry.
Latoya said earlier in the chat while we was talking about COVID, she said yes, like the mark of the beast, like it eventually will get to that point
yeah,
where they're not going to be accepting you in certain places if you don't have the vaccine.
yeah, either with
Well,
mask or
y'all,
without mask.
I hope y'all primitive state. I hope y'all primal conscious is somewhere locked on and loaded. Just in case you gotta unlock that bitch.
It
I think shit is about to get real for real. It's about to
is
get
this.
real.
Listen, this we gonna be dealing with all this bullshit and nonsense for the next 2 years, at least,
Well,
at least for
I
the next
also
2 years.
heard that, but see, I can't really believe people who tell me things about a lockdown because it's like I've
That's right,
heard that New
Marshall.
York City was supposed to be
I
locked down
my
this
kids ain't
past week. Go ahead.
my fault. I was speaking to Marshall. My kids ain't taking it either. I ain't taking it. My kids ain't taking it. Nobody taking it in my house. Hell no.
Facts. Facts.
What was you saying?
But no, it was, I'm just really like, oh my God. This shit is crazy. Shit is definitely crazy. But
It's
so
it's
I
gonna
have a
happen. They going.
confession to make.
Uh-oh.
So I'm on season 2 of the 100. I'm definitely on season 2 of the 100. And I
So
and
you
I
like it?
gotta I gotta I gotta admit, when I saw like the first second episode of the 100 of season 2, I hit up Laura on FaceTime. No, I hit her up on the video chat on Facebook, but y'all didn't answer. So it was me and her talking. And I gotta say, I'm really like, that storyline is something else. That story
So
is
which
something else.
what episodes you on season 2?
Season Episode 10 actually. I've
Yeah, I
been
told you which.
watching. I've been watching, but I feel like my opinion is still the same. I definitely think that it's a little far fetched, but like I can't get over it. Like I enjoy. I find myself coming back to like watch it. So it's slowly getting
It's that
slowly
storyline. It's
getting
the
on me.
storyline. It's the
I ain't gonna
storyline
lie
with
though,
it.
my favorite character, Raven, oh girl, the mechanic.
Who Raven's your favorite character?
Yeah, Raven is definitely my favorite character, and I feel like her as an
Nah,
actor,
Octavia
whoever
is
that
becoming my
actor
favorite.
is, whoever that actor is, I felt like they missed they gave her the wrong character. Honestly, I feel like as an actor, oh girl, her talent is crazy. Like when she cries, you feel that shit. When she's serious, you feel that shit. I feel like her and Clark, they definitely should have switched characters. I
Yeah.
think the actor who played Clark should have been Raven, and the actress that plays Raven should have been Clark. Um, I feel like if the character who plays Raven was like the leader, I feel like it just would have been way better. Her acting is crazy, like she's a
Yeah, because
very great
Clark
actress.
got to cry a lot, and Clark got to go through a lot of emotional shit. And
Yeah,
Raven, I
but
ain't going
Well,
front.
I mean,
Raven is a good actress when it comes to
yeah,
that type
yeah,
of.
but I think that they're right where they at.
yeah,
I
I
couldn't
don't
see
know.
I couldn't see
Maybe
the
I gotta
girl
watch some
Raven.
more.
I couldn't see Raven as Clark.
I
Where
definitely
she,
could.
where she's at as Raven, yeah, I could see her playing that. Now, as a more of a leadership role as Raven, yeah, I would have gave her more of a leadership role as Raven. But they did.
You mean as far as the character, or like as far as the
You
actress?
know,
I mean, go get her.
no, as far as the character itself, the storyline of Raven, like you couldn't
Yeah.
get bullets without her making them. You couldn't do certain thing wiring without her there. You
No, I
couldn't like
agree. I
for her
definitely agree. I just feel like the actresses
more as a leadership role
should have switched
as
roles.
Raven. No, because then Raven would have been. I was like, if she would have had more of a leadership role as Raven, I think it would have been better. Like,
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Though I think the actress who played Raven should have played Clark instead of
no,
Raven.
no, I don't agree that she should have played Clark. I believe that her
I
as Raven
definitely agree she
should
should have
should have
played Clark.
she should have been better. Stay as Raven, but have more of a bigger role than they
I
portrayed her
just think,
as.
yeah, I think her acting, like acting wise, she can play a character, and I just think,
Hmm.
if she would have, if she was Clark, I felt like it just would have been way better, way 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 better. Like the acting of Clark
The reason why I
would have been
say
way better.
not Clark, because of the actress to me that plays Clark right now is a prissy. She's prissy. Clark
Who?
was supposed to be the prissy one with Wells. Like their parents was on the council. They was untouchable. They couldn't do this no wrong. That's how I
Yeah.
felt. Like this, that's why she got that role. The role of Raven, yeah. I don't think that
Nah, but they
actress
all
that the actress that plays Clark, if you would have put it as Raven, then I would have killed Raven off.
Nah, I wouldn't have cut off. I feel like the
No, what
acting
I'm
that
saying to you is no. If you would have switched everything, and the actress that plays Clark would have been
I would
playing
definitely would
Raven,
have switched Clark and Raven. Yeah.
I would have killed off Raven because she's not a good actress regardless. I like the one where Raven's at. You understand what I'm saying? Even though
Mm-hmm.
Clark is doing some dumb shit, but it's built around her, but it's not really built around her. I like the way everybody else is moving.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
Like
that,
I love
and that's where they get.
Octavia.
Also,
That's where
I
they
love
get
Octavia.
to.
also,
Later on throughout the series, they end up getting to where it's like, all right, Clark is the leader and all that, but everybody do their own shit, and you know, you understand? Like, not everybody does what Clark says to do.
yeah.
And there's a lot of times where Clark says to do shit and she fucks up.
Yeah.
And so
Like for
so
instance, the thing with Murphy in season one, that was her fuck up.
hmm
That was her fuck up.
But they are really, for one, realistically speaking, like that's what I'm talking about. Like that is my problem with this show. It is such a great story, such a great story, but it was not executed the right way. Realistically speaking, if we were in a situation like that, Murphy would have gotten killed from day one, period, point blank. I would have saw Murphy was a problem and would immediately executed the problem with no
Yeah,
problem. You feel
but
what
the
I'm
thing about it
saying?
is Bellamy.
Like they gave him way too many chances to prove himself. Like no, I'm
No,
sorry,
but
but
Bellamy.
Murphy would have
Yeah,
got dropped.
but Bellamy recruited Murphy.
Fuck
And
Bellamy.
Bellamy recruited Murphy. Remember, because Wells wanted to get rid of Murphy from the jump, but
And you see what
Bellamy.
happened to Wells. You see what happened to the only black man on that show. You saw what happened to him.
Oh, he's not the only one. Remember,
Oh,
you
his
see
father.
season.
Oh, I'm sorry, his father.
You can, but we can't say you can't say too much. You can't say too
Uh.
much. You can't
I
say too much
can't
because
say
Laura
I
hasn't
can't
watched season two.
listen.
I
Oh,
haven't watched season 2 since
Laura
fallback.
hasn't watched. Laura hasn't watched season 2 yet.
oh damn.
Me and you
Oh
only the ones
damn.
on
Well, I
season
thought I was
2.
gonna be behind now. But I will say, in the beginning of season two, I don't want to spoil it for Laura, but y'all know what happens like in season two, how it
I know.
starts off and whatnot.
I know
I
hmm
how it
will
starts
say
off.
this. You know, out of all of those people that was like telling her, she's overthinking it, she's overreacting, and this, I would have been that friend that would have been like, bitch, yeah, this shit is too good to be true. Something is not
I'm
right
out.
about this.
I'm out.
We
I'm
need to
out.
do something to get the fuck up out of
But
here. Like,
now this is where give me a second because I don't want to spoil it.
yeah.
There is something off. There is. But what is off on it, I sat there and said, yeah, she's right as a person watching it. And then I tried to put myself in their position and I'm like, they're not wrong. I'd have did the same shit.
See, listen, I would have caught that shit from day one. It's too good to be true. She
It
said
No, but
that.
it kind of
It
no,
is
it kind of
too good
is.
to be true.
It kind of in a way, in a sense, it kind of is. The only thing that's
Hmm.
off with it when you find out, you're gonna find out. You're gonna see it and you're gonna be talking mad shit about it. But
Yeah.
at the same aspect, when you find out the truth on it,
Hmm.
think to yourself on their situation. We
Can you
would have did the
blame
same
them?
shit. We would have did the same shit.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if
So
I was in Clark and on Clark and them team, like I definitely would have just been like, nah, bitch, something ain't right about this.
and and from there, from here on, let me tell you something. From
Hmm.
here on out,
Laura's not in the thing. You could speak about it. Laura's not in it.
all
Yeah,
right.
but she probably
Did
gonna
y'all
like she probably
did y'all
listening, you know. Cause she
Did y'all see the
commented, didn't she?
episode where she followed the tube?
Yeah.
You
Follow
saw
the
the
tube.
episode where
Follow the
Clark
tube.
followed the tubes,
Hmm.
and you saw what she saw.
Yeah.
You, Christina,
Wait. I'm trying to remember what tube you talking about.
when Clark cut herself on purpose,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah. She followed the tubes and
she was in the hospital, and
she
she
saw the
followed the tubes,
Oh
she saw where they was
yeah,
get
yeah,
where she was
yeah,
where they was getting the blood from.
and you
yeah.
saw where she was getting blood from. Now
Right.
I saw that, and I said, "All right, great. There is something wrong here." But then, knowing their history and everything like that, I can't blame them. That's how
You
they
talking about
survive.
knowing Clark's and them history?
Knowing the people that knowing the people that can't go outside history, the people in the
Okay, well,
mountain
I mean,
history.
I get that, like as far as like why they're doing what they're doing. Um, I ain't gonna lie though.
But their connections
I
with the
thought the president
Reapers.
had a lot to do with it. But like, come to find out, not for real, he really didn't have anything to do with it in the beginning. It was
Yeah.
like mainly like the other doctors and his son doing all
Hmm.
kind of off to the side experiments and shit.
But
But
now I'm gonna
I
say
understood
this
that.
though.
I
I'm gonna
did.
say this
I
though.
ain't gonna lie. I understood it.
I'm gonna
I
say this
did.
though.
Mhm.
From this point on,
Mhm.
everything that happens, because the way this ends is gonna end major. It's gonna be a big major thing. Everything that
Mhm.
happens like that is always Clark's fault, and I hate Clark. I love the 100. Clark is okay. Clark is my least favorite person.
Because she's stupid.
She's my least favorite
I
person,
find
and you're gonna
myself
see,
think,
and you're gonna
okay,
see.
I'll give you that. I watch, but like I'm telling
She's
you, I think
stupid.
when it came down to like when it comes down to certain situations, I find myself thinking just like her. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Oh yeah.
I'll be like I see about a situation, and I'll be like, damn, they need to, like some just ain't right. Come to find out, sis
Hmm.
thinking the exact same fucking thing. I'm like, yo, we be on the same fucking wavelength, yo, but nah,
Hmm.
I
Nah,
do agree.
I,
Like some of her decisions are a bit amateur. I do think, some of her, because at the end of the day, she's still a teenager. Like it ain't like sis is out here 28, 30, 40. Like she's still like in her little primes and stuff. So she's bound to make mistakes, and you know we're all bound to do those as humans. But overall, I don't know. I think she's not so bad based
nah,
I
on
not
what
still,
I've
not
seen
yet.
so far.
Not yet. I
I'm still,
was the
Octavia,
same way.
I still fuck with Octavia.
Octavia.
I still fuck
Octavia's a
with
Somebody need
beast.
to
Octavia.
get rid of that
Octavia's
bitch.
mom.
Somebody
Who,
needs to
Octavia?
behead her. Behead the
You,
bitch. Like, oh my
you crazy?
God. Like, for one, I have an issue. I have to say it. I have an issue with her and Lincoln relationship. I do. I
What?
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that just like a lot of what directors and acting coaches and whoever is behind the scenes of like um bringing the emotion into the story, I do think that they try to push this Octavia and Lincoln love thing. They tried to push it too hard, bro. Like there was no like transition into like how they fell in love. Like it was what he saw her one time and like fell in love and was stalking the airship, and he was drawing pictures of it and stuff, and sis out they all of a sudden now in love and they fucking, and I'm just like, wait, what? Like I would have loved to see a progression in their relationship. I did not see no progression. It was so quick. It was almost like,
Didn't
damn,
he
like
save
when she
her?
found out he drew a picture of her, sis fell in love. Like
Nah, he
sis
saved
fell
her.
in love.
He saved it. That's what I'm about to say. He saved her.
It ain't
He
about the
saved her life.
saving part though. Like somebody could save you. That don't mean you fall in love with them. Like, come
No,
on.
but a nigga saved your life. You're grateful to him, and then the person that saves your life when he brings you to the camp, the same people that you sitting there saying like, yo, chill, he saved me. They whipping his ass. It's like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, he saved my life.
Right. But he still got
Then
his ass
then
beat.
then they talking about killing the nigga and all that. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna let them kill him because the nigga just saved me. You feel me?
Right,
And
but
then
that's not how. That ain't how it went. You can tell watching this show, like, okay, they in love. I ain't even
oh
have to
yeah,
know about anything else. I see that, I'm like, okay, they in love without having any backstory to how they fell in love. That's all I'm saying. The actress who does Octavia, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but that's the same chick that played in that Michael Myers movie, like the
yeah,
one of the updated ones. What was it, Michael
yeah.
Myers or the Texas Chainsaw? Yeah,
Chainsaw.
it was Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, she's that girl. I didn't like her in that movie. I don't like her in this show. I'm sorry.
You don't like
She had to
Octavia?
be
Oh, I mean,
recasted. Sis got these
Octavia.
Christina.
braids in her head and don't know how to
That's
act.
for now. That's
Like
for now. That's for now. I didn't like Octavia either.
In the beginning,
In the beginning, nah. Get those out.
sis got these
She
braids in
brought
her
them out.
head and don't know how to act. Like
nah.
she's like that
Octavia,
Nah,
bitch now.
I love Octavia so
you
far.
go.
I ain't gonna say I love her.
Yeah.
I
Let's go.
will say the character, there is character development, but I
Let
don't
me
know.
tell
I
you
really
something.
wasn't fucking with that Lincoln and Octavia agenda that they tried desperately to push on the audience. Like they tried
There's
to
gonna.
push that on the audience without giving it its proper backstory. That's my only issue with that. I would have loved to see a backstory. Or like what made them fall in love? Like why is he so strongly, passionate about this woman? Like, bro, you saw her one time in the dark by a campfire and like he protecting, going out his way to do all of this bullshit. He healing all of her people. He ain't got no more medicine, no more
and
vaccines,
and
and
that's
he
what
just keep
that's what
damn
made her
doing it. Like
and that's what made her love him more. The nigga ended up being marked the traitor for them.
I felt like he was being used by Octavia. I do.
He might have been, but let me tell you something. Octavia becomes a beast, bro. I'm telling you. Like right now, she's a little brat and all that, still kind of. But it becomes a point in time where you sitting there and you say to yourself, if I gotta fight for my life, I want her with me.
I ain't gonna say I
She
want her
becomes a.
with me. I still want Raven with me. Fuck that.
You think you want Raven with you?
Listen.
Nah, you want Raven with you. I ain't gonna front. Their team, listen, their team is a little. Their team is bad. Like they got a badass little team. Like Raven gangster. Octavia's just Octavia just becomes. She becomes another monster.
I know. And
Then you got
I bet it
Finn.
ain't gonna make sense.
Is she? Are
How
y'all
she
to the
got
part
there.
where Octavia's she's this girl's second?
Yes,
Talk about
I saw the fight
talk about the
Octavia had with
commander.
that dude, and
Yeah,
he was beating her
Mhm.
ass, and she
Indra.
just kept getting up.
Exactly. Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
that didn't excite, that didn't tickle my fanny, boo boo. That did not tickle my
What?
fanny. It didn't tickle
What?
my fanny. I was just looking like, is this bitch right here? The
Oh,
acting
you
is horrible.
crazy.
It's
See, that's
not
why.
believable. This bitch got braids in her
Yes, it
hair. Now
is.
she got braids in her hair and she grew nuts. Like this bitch is not afraid of anything now. She got these
Because
braids.
she's taking on their culture. She's being trained by these people. She
All
wants to learn
right, a
about
little
these people.
culture
She
vulture.
wants
I
to live
see
in
behind
peace.
the acting.
She
I see behind the
she just
acting.
wants to live.
Mm.
Yeah.
At the end of it all, that right there, I was like, oh, she's becoming a. I knew it was gonna be a problem because if Octavia would have had that fight the first or second day, she'd have never
Hmm.
got back up. But now she's getting back up because she got a point to prove. You
Yeah.
understand? She got a point to prove.
Remember
It's gonna
all that
get.
time on the
It's gonna
arc.
get her attitude, her strength and all that, her courage and all that, her superiority and all that is gonna get a whole lot bigger when Pike gets in the way. Did
Mm.
Can
did
y'all
y'all
hear
meet
me?
Pike yet?
No, I
Yeah, I hear
haven't.
you now.
I haven't. I
All right,
stopped at
y'all,
the
y'all
episode
haven't
when she
met
was in
Pike
her
yet.
ass beat.
Y'all haven't met Pike yet. There's a
Nah.
dude that comes from the Ark. His name is Pike. When he gets there and he does what he does, Octavia becomes a
Hold
monster.
on. Hold on. Pike is on one of those ships.
Pike is on one of the ships. He was with the harvest section.
Yeah, they ain't find him yet. I don't think they
They
found him.
ain't find him yet.
Yeah.
So I kind of spoiled it. I'm sorry. I apologize. But it's nothing major. Pike and them live. A certain amount of them live.
A
You
lot of them
understand?
live. A lot of them live. They
Uh,
just
uh,
don't. They haven't found them all yet.
oh, so you seen where they was alive, but they can't get communications and shit.
Yeah, they haven't found them.
All right.
A lot of them yet. I know.
So yeah. Now Pike.
Oh.
Now Pike. I understand Pike. I understand where Pike is coming from with why he acts the way he acts. Because the truth be told, if I was in that situation, I would have been the same way too.
Yeah,
But because Pike does what he
I
does,
don't know
I
anything
tell you.
about Pike yet, yo.
Oh, you gonna get there? You're close. You're close to it. You're like an episode or two away. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
but
because they I don't know. They, their chancellor's down here, and this guy took the role as the chancellor. That should have me. I was pissed when he. Oh damn, Laura's here. Can't talk about it.
Every time I come
shit.
on here, I get that same sound.
Can't talk about it with Laura's here.
Well,
Laura need to get up on season 2.
Every time I come here, I get that same sound, like that robot sound.
did you
I don't know
exit
what
and
it
come
is.
back?
Yeah, she was going for like 15
Like,
minutes.
I don't know. It's only
exit
when I
out of
come
your
in.
internet tab.
Okay, yeah, back to regular schedule program. Laura's watching this shit and she's getting the shit spoiled. Oh man, but it's a good show. I like the plot.
But yeah,
The plot of the
I
show.
still think the actress that played Octavia should have been switched. I'm not really feeling Blue.
Octavia, no.
That girl.
Leave Octavia alone.
I'm really not.
But
Leave Octavia alone.
I do agree with Murphy after his first acting up when it came to Wells. I would have killed him. I would have looked at him like that, like yeah, he's something wrong with him.
You
Murphy's
said
a
you would have
cockroach. That
looked
nigga
at
survived.
All up to the
Murphy.
internet. What's the problem?
Yeah, when they want to come with Wells, because when he did what he did, and Bellamy wasn't paying attention, that he was trying to overstep Bellamy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really paying attention to him. Then when he told him you can never come back, he gave the Grounders everything. After the Grounders beat the shit out of him, he gave him everything. Here you go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I just thought about?
Murphy is a rope.
Go ahead.
Sorry, didn't I tell you? Murphy is a cockroach. He's going to survive.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you do to that nigga, he will survive.
Yeah.
That nigga shot Raven in the back.
Fucked up
Mhm.
Disappeared and came back.
Everything.
Came back and sat there with him when the ark came and got them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Grimy,
so
sleazy
crazy,
little
like
nigga.
how they allow
And then they arrested Bellamy for beating the shit out of him. Laura hasn't seen that part yet. Laura hasn't got to that part yet.
I will say this. There's a very interesting dynamic about, if y'all notice, there's an interesting like dynamic about how men rule and how women rule. Like that, I was paying attention to that too. The men, they're not.
I think that's what that was part of the
who
story.
rule, they're not as level-headed. A lot of the times men do rule with an iron fist. You know, for instance, the guy, I forget his name, but he was like the commander on the ship, and he kind of like took that role even like after they landed on Earth. Like,
Yaha.
you know, Yaha, yeah, I guess that's his name. You know, he wanted to kill everybody on the ark, and when he came back down, he wanted to, you know, do even more shit that didn't make sense. You know, like, I don't know, like that's what people with power do.
Talk about Marcus,
I do think
Kane,
when
I
it comes
guess.
down to the men in the in the show, like the men allow their power to get to their heads, whereas the women, on the other hand, who are a lot more level-headed and they're a bit more rational. Um, and you can see that by how like Clark leads her squad, and like even how her mother, even how the commander who's like, in charge of the grounders and stuff, like they have a very similar way in leading. And it
Yeah.
works out better than the men.
Now I ain't
Listen,
gonna front. In the show, the females are very dominant in the show.
yeah, I could see
Females are
that.
very dominant in the show.
Lloyd said I keep
Listen,
getting the robot voice. Are you exiting out of the browser, like not just killing the app, like the internet app, but you have to like kill the internet browser itself and then kill the app and come back in?
Mm. But real quick, off topic, onto other news. Does anybody here watch
I don't know.
Supernatural?
They listening to the conversation. I don't want to bring her up, but you spoke about it. It's the first person I thought of. My grandmother actually watches the Supernatural. Back when I was over there with them,
Joey,
I
you don't
was
watch
watching.
Supernatural?
I'm more
Joey,
of a
can you hear me?
charmed kind of girl.
Joey, can you hear me?
He probably looking at something on his phone. Joey.
Oh, he probably is. Well, I
Yeah,
know
what
that
about the
Supernatural
commercial?
is now ended, and I made the mistake. I was on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked on the thing on Supernatural, and I know how it ends. And let me tell you something. I was a fan of Supernatural since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That shit brought tears to my eyes.
Uh-uh.
I almost weeped in bed and all that,
Is
all
it
that,
because you found
cause
out it was ending, or you found out how it ended?
the way it ended,
Shaking
it
my head.
it wasn't even the fact that it ended. It was with the way it ended.
Didn't do the show justice, did it?
No, the way it ended was perfect. It was perfect for the
Oh,
show because the way it ended, they always said since the beginning, if I go, this is how I'm gonna go, and that's it. And it's like they did it, and it's like, oh my god, it really happened. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, you feel
did
me?
they go to heaven?
But one of them does.
Right, because the other one is somehow like a demon or some shit, right? He half demon and half
Nah, nah,
no.
nope. They cleared all that. They cleared all that. One of them, one of them ends up dying. The other one lives his life, has a
Oh,
kid,
okay.
names him after his brother, and all that. Like, and the other one went out fighting, like he always said, "I'm gonna go out fighting. Like,
Well,
this
I
is what I'm
haven't
gonna
seen.
do."
I'm not like a fan of it, honestly. Like I said, I'm more of a charm kind of girl. Like when it comes down
Yeah.
to but I've seen a few episodes, here and there, but I'm not a fan. I ain't
Nah,
gonna shed no
I like the
tears like you
storyline.
do.
I like the storyline with that one because that with Supernatural, it kind of threw me off when they went from hunting monsters to they spun it to like demons and angels and shit,
Mm,
but they still did good with it. I feel,
hmm.
but that's just me. Have you ever watched the Game of Thrones?
No,
You never watched
and
Game
I'm
of
gonna
Thrones?
tell y'all in advance now.
What?
If somebody recommends that show, I am not watching it. I'm letting you know that right now.
Why?
I am not watching the game. For one, I heard the Game of Thrones got what, 8 seasons, 7 seasons, and I
Eight.
don't know. I just don't care to really get into Game of Thrones. Like
Mm.
I made it this far without watching it. I don't plan on watching it for real, for real.
No, yes, that's fine. I mean, I was the same way until I started watching it.
That's what everybody says.
Cause that's what happens. You know how many people sat there and said, "Nah, I never watched that. I ain't watching it." And then they tell me that they watched one episode in their cousin house, and they was like,
Uh-huh.
"Nah, I got stuck on it." It always happens like that.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that era. Like
Yeah.
the medieval dragons, that Merlin and all. Like, yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
Well, it's not.
The
Let me tell you
100
something.
barely made it on the list. So it's like,
Let me tell you something.
uh-huh.
It got the stuff like that,
Hmm.
but it's not 100% like that. Like it's a lot more realistic than it has the
The fantasy.
magical shit in it. They just throw it in there because that's a part of it and all that. But that's not
Hmm.
a big gameplay with it. You
Yeah.
you understand?
But I don't like the look of
You
that
know, but
era. Like, I don't like the scenery. If that makes sense for me. Like, I don't like the brick housing and all of that and them ugly ass dresses they wear and that them big ass
yeah.
chicken wings it's not my thing. Definitely not my thing. But I did hear that it was really, really good. So I don't know.
It was up to the last season.
Yeah.
It was up to
I
the
heard
last
they got
season. The
pretty
last season.
sloppy. They had a Starbucks drink in there, and like in the
The
you could see like they had a Starbucks drink in the background of like the shooting and stuff. Somebody saw an iPhone in there. Like I
yeah.
thought it was a mess.
With 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 the last season because the person didn't finish writing the books. The directors and them just did their own thing and they
Mm,
fucked the whole ending up.
they did. So
Yeah.
I heard on the internet and stuff, but um,
Nah, they fucked the whole ending up.
oh,
Joey,
so
you
you
good?
was
You can hear
talking.
us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So with that being said, I don't know what else are we leaving out? What were y'all talking about before I got here?
What happened?
What were y'all talking about before I got in?
Boxing.
Oh, boxing for an hour and something?
Not only just boxing, we spoke about the pandemic, the virus, the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't taking that vaccine.
How bad do y'all think this can get?
How what?
How bad do y'all think this can get?
Oh, my Wi-Fi is
I'm
I
assuming y'all can't hear me.
Wi-Fi.
mm,
Boo Boo the Crows. Oh, he back now.
no,
Can you
I'm
hear us?
here. Google froze. I heard what you said. Like, mm, I don't know how long ever this government want to take it.
My Wi-Fi acting up.
However long they want to take it.
Well, I have exciting news. I was approved for my vacation, so I'm going home for the holidays. Woo woo.
That's good. Congratulations.
I know, right?
Tell your mama I said hi.
Of course. Of course.
You sound
It'll
just
be
like
a
your mama
Thursday.
sometimes.
It'll be Thursday down there twice. So like, I don't know if we're gonna be doing segments and stuff, but I'll be sure to put them in the camera. You know, let everybody say they highs and stuff, and you know,
You do the podcast from down there.
huh?
Yeah, you do the podcast from down there.
Yeah, I can. Uh,
Y'all can hear me?
yeah, we can hear
Yeah, we
you.
can hear you.
All right, cause my Wi-Fi was messed up.
Not the Wi-Fi,
The Wi
The
Fi was
Wi-Fi.
not the Wi-Fi, but yeah. I really wish I would have came with like something, but honestly, y'all, I was like really. I don't want to tell my business and stuff, but like my landlady, she tested positive for coronavirus.
Yeah.
So it's like I've been a little bit on edge. I ain't even gonna lie. Been on a little edge. So, you know.
It's only gonna get worse from here.
Hey, you wanna know what's even crazier? It's not even that big of a deal. Like when they say that like cases are like growing, the guy that I was telling y'all about earlier, he lives in Brooklyn. I live in the Bronx. Like, and back to back, two people that I know of hit me with they tested positive for coronavirus. It's so crazy. Like, and it's nobody like really talking about it now.
Mm.
I think Biden is gonna fold. How can we have? Oh my God! Like this shit is really irking me now. Like somebody who didn't even do right for the Spanish flu. You know what I mean? Like he didn't even do right during his time with the Spanish flu incident. So it's like we're now giving this man like, oh, he is so inexperienced, man. So fucking
Who, Biden?
inexperienced. Yes.
But with Biden, he understands. Let the scientists make the decisions. You understand?
Yeah.
And with the H1N1, when the H1N1 shit happened and all that, the swine
I'm
flu and
sure we
shit
can
like
talk about the
that hit.
Spanish flu.
Yeah, well, the Spanish flu was a mistake, but when the swine flu and all that happened and Ebola and all that happened, Biden was in charge of that shit, and Biden took care of it pretty well.
No, he didn't, boo boo.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
It didn't.
There was
It,
a
it didn't
substantial
hit.
amount
It
of
didn't
people
hit
who
us
died
like
at the
like
hands
like
of Joe Biden.
it didn't hit us like Corona did, because those two flus could have easily been as bad as the coronavirus.
Which ones?
The swine flu and Ebola.
Oh well, Ebola. Joe Biden ain't had nothing to do with Ebola. Ebola happened like didn't Ebola happen like sometime during the Obama presidency or like Trump
Yeah,
presidency?
but Joe Biden, as the vice president, was in charge of
See,
overlooking that, you know, that team,
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and Joe Biden sat there and he overwatched. He confirmed whatever, he denied whatever, but he let the scientists deal with it how they had to deal with it and suggest how
What
they
it
had to
sound like,
suggest
Boo
it.
Boo, is he's taking credit for what the scientists did. Because Joe
What is he
Biden ain't
taking
do
Well, I
credit
mean,
for?
eh,
like
As the
realistically
president, you
speaking, like Joe
delegate
Biden
certain
didn't do
things.
anything. He didn't have control of like the aircrafts. Like people were still flying in and out. You know, when they got to United States, you know, there was several people who died. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but it was still people who died from it. Like realistically speaking, I don't think Joe knows what he's doing for real. Especially when it comes down to viruses and shit. Hey, I think he just knows how to let the scientists do what they do, and he just be the face of what they do.
mm,
But realistically, he don't know what the fuck to do.
Probably not. You know what? He suggested us to eat Tide Pods and drink bleach. So we,
True.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, but were we really going to drink bleach and stuff like that? Like, were we really going to do that? No, we weren't.
You
Like,
say that, and people actually
nobody.
remember. Remember, there was kids actually eating Tide Pods. So you can't be surprised with what people would do.
That is so true. People was really eating them shits.
These kids were swallowing Tide Pods.
No, these kids were doing stupid shit like that for TikTok and Instagram and that shit. They thought it would be funny, but we're talking about real life people who's not trying to do shit for the internet.
Oh, baby,
Wasn't
those are real
nobody
life
gonna do
people.
that
They
shit.
old enough to vote now.
Listen, and that's where the world gonna be fucked up at. This damn generation of TikTokers. That's when we gonna get fucked up at. That's when shit really gonna get real.
Hmm.
Motherfuckers over here TikToking and I can almost guarantee that give it about 30 more years, who can do the best TikTok is going to answer to like who becomes the next president of the United States. How well can you
Yeah,
TikTok?
probably.
She's
Shit.
talking about probably. But
So
yeah,
the biggest TikTok streamer is gonna be the next president.
yeah.
I mean, look, Paul Logan is fighting Mayweather,
So
and
I
he's a
heard.
YouTuber.
But why is it that they're giving him all of these short ass people? Like, I don't get it. Like, I am not understanding that part. Like, why won't they just put him in the
What?
ring? Well, obviously, he's not gonna get in the ring where he got competition, but like, I feel like he only takes fights that he feels as if he have an advantage of. Mike Tyson, I mean, not Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson. He won't get in the fucking ring with Mike Tyson and do that bullshit. He damn sure
Nope,
won't. He
nope.
damn sure will not. But
He
because
will
these
not.
people are
Who,
shorter
Floyd
than him,
Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather ain't stupid.
no, I'm talking about Jake Paul.
Oh, he ain't stupid.
Jake Paul ain't gonna go in the ring with Mike Tyson. He gonna go in the ring where
I
he
don't
feels
know.
as if he have an advantage over you at. These people are short as
Listen,
fuck.
listen.
Like, why are they fighting
You don't remember
him?
the last thing You don't remember the last thing Tyson said to the last white boy? He sat there and
No.
said, "I'm gonna fuck you till you love me." Yo, remember that shit, Joey? He said, "You
That's
punk
mad
bitch.
long
Say it
ago.
to my face. I'll fuck you till you love me."
So he whipped that boy ass.
Yo.
But yeah, I think Jake Paul is just I think he's this clout thing he's doing, it's pissing me off. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's really pissing me off. Like people really out here thinking this man can fight. Like what?
He can't fight. Man.
This
He's not
man
a
can't
boxer.
fight. He sees an advantage and he takes it. Like that's not. Yeah, that might be
Listen,
smart. That's a
he
smart
already
thing to do. But like realistically speaking, that don't mean shit. You cannot fight. You won't do
he
that shit
already
with
he
Tyson.
already admitted defeat. He already admitted his defeat to Mayweather. He's like, I'm gonna fight him because it's for the charity and everything. You know, I don't care what happens. At the end of it all, it's a win-win for me. But just know I am trying to go for the knockout. But you already said it. No matter what happens, is a win-win for you. So you already know going into this fight knowing you're not gonna win.
Yeah. But let him fuck around and win. Oh, he was training for this.
Nah.
This the fight of his
If
life. He been training all his life for this fight.
if this white boy beats Mayweather, then that means every other fight that Mayweather had that was debatable means that Mayweather did lose.
So let me ask you this, because y'all might know a little bit more about. Well, I ain't gonna lie now, because I'm a little proud of myself. I think I've been keeping up with Mayweather fights. Like I know when I
All
hear
right.
about them and stuff like that, like I do watch them. But with that being said, has he ever fought anybody like Jake Paul's build? Like, has
Yeah.
Mayweather fought somebody 6'1", that's taller than him, got longer? Okay, so
He
all right.
fought he fought Oscar De La Hoya. He fought
Uh-huh.
Canelo. He fought
Uh-huh.
um what's his
Pacquiao.
name? No,
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao and him is the
No,
same height.
Pacquiao was short. Yeah, him and Pacquiao was like level to level.
He fought Mosley. Mosley is the same height as him.
Mm-hmm.
He should have
He
lost
fought
a
a
couple
few
of
people.
fights.
Okay, so I
He
thought
should have.
it looked better because he did fight, people who were, like who had that advantage. Because I do not hear nobody talking about this fucking advantage. Like, even in conversations at work, like people, y'all, I heard one of my coworkers, real life, say, yeah, Jake Paul was just that good that, they saw what he did and, they gave him the opportunity to fight Mayweather. I'm looking like he was just that
Listen,
good. Like, are you serious right now? He
he
was
didn't.
just that
Paul
good.
didn't win that fight.
He did
Nate
not
just
win that
lost.
damn fight.
Paul didn't win. Nate just lost. That's it.
Yeah, I'll say
Nate
that.
gave it to
Paul,
him.
Paul didn't win. He just lost. Nate just lost.
They should have never been fighting.
Facts.
Nate, the first thing he did was he's charged like this. Who
You know what
charges in a
though?
fight like that?
Uh-huh.
It's a little cringy to me though, because y'all saw that video I sent y'all with the baby. That shit crawled under my skin. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I want to fight that motherfucker for real now. You hear me, boo boo? I want to go in on this motherfucker now. Like, you really got people out here thinking like you really did some shit. Like, what?
That's why he about to fight Mayweather, and Mayweather better tear his ass up. Because if Mayweather loses to this white boy, then that means Mayweather's not undefeated.
If he wins this
Mayweather's
fucking
not
fight,
losing.
yo, I'm never watching boxing again. I'm never like, no. I'm glad I'm off
Mayweather.
Instagram. Glad I'm off Instagram.
Uh-huh. Let me tell
Cause
you
I would
something.
have been that one troll that got blocked off Jake Paul page. Jake Paul would
Listen,
have
let me tell you
definitely.
something.
Uh-huh.
Mayweather loses, they better give Canelo his win, Pacquiao his win. They better give Winky White his win. They better give Sugar Cane Mosley his win. They,
Mm-hmm.
they 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 better give everybody their rightful wins. All right? Because at the end of
Yeah.
it all, those niggas fucked Mayweather up.
Mm.
Zabzuda,
But they're,
they better give that nigga his win.
they're not
Those
going to give
niggas
them their
fucked
wins.
Mayweather up.
What do we say
Huh?
that Mayweather does? What does Mayweather do the most?
It's his shoulder.
So you look at all his fights.
It's his yeah. He does that, and that confuses the count.
So then you don't get that point to the ref because yeah, you hit me, but you hit my shoulder first. So it's a
Mm.
block to them. So it's a
Mm.
missed
Yeah.
punch. But you already hit
Smart
me and
move.
I'm dazed. But
Did y'all
it's a missed
check out
punch.
Jake Paul's music video?
Who?
His music video. Did y'all watch his music video? His song.
Who music video?
Jake Paul.
No.
Nah.
I don't like it. I saw it before I saw the fight. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't like it. He is the
I didn't even
whitest
Nah.
know.
black boy I know.
I didn't even know who he is until I saw the fight.
Like that shit irks my nerves. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like Buddy got a grill in his mouth, got the Boosie fade. But that's gonna be another conversation. I swear to God, it's gonna be another conversation we got to have because that's gonna raise my blood pressure.
Good, we ain't
Cause
talking about all that now.
y'all know who Jack Harlow is?
No,
Who?
Jack Harlow.
I'm old. I was called old by
Nah.
Sawanda.
Oh
So
my fucking
I'm
God.
old.
Y'all, I'm gonna send y'all a picture. Mind you, this is a white rapper, right? The cover of his fucking album, right, is him in a limousine. You could see a black girl's leg, obviously that's his girl. And he's looking out the window of his limousine with a bunch of black kids surrounding his fucking car. Like, I can't.
Uh,
I
oh,
cannot. I'm
Christina
gonna
don't
show
like
you. I'm
that.
gonna send y'all the screenshot so y'all can see for yourself what it is I'm talking about. But I like it's really getting to the point to where like this culture vulture shit is like really irking me. Like really fucking irking me.
Christina don't like that.
I don't. Like it's one thing we all know that one white boy who was raised in the damn hood. Now all of a sudden it's a damn plethora of white people that allegedly just came from the hood out of nowhere because they
But
listen
they
to
didn't
Travis
come from
Scott
the.
and shit.
Yep.
Half of them
It's
didn't
all
even come
because
from the
they
hood.
feel like because they listen to Travis Scott and this damn trap music that they somehow and oh my God, J. Cole said it best. Y'all remember that KOD album?
Uh huh.
Uh-huh. I ain't
Uh
forget
huh.
about that one. I ain't
I
forget
know
about
exactly
that
what
one.
you're talking about.
That KOD album said it all. I was
Hi,
just listening
puppy.
to that shit today too.
Who just went over there?
Huh?
Who that
So,
is?
I'm saying who's just going up the climbing up the
Oh,
ladder.
Malika.
Uh-huh.
Malika.
But
Besides that, what else? Malachi's into that cocoa, whatever it is. Oh,
Coco Melon shit. Yeah.
you're not
Coco
into
what?
anything else.
Huh?
You're not into anything else.
You we could do Sesame Street.
No,
What?
Mm.
no,
Cookie Monster and all that?
no.
No? What
No.
else then?
Petrified right now.
Okay,
What
then.
else then?
Um,
What don't he have from that toy?
we don't have any cocoa melon toys.
He doesn't have any Coco Melon toys.
What about Matthew? He got any Scooby Doo toys?
He has a lot of stuff.
He has a lot of Scooby Doo's. So you get him some Sonic, Scooby Doo. He like
He likes that.
dinosaurs.
I used to
Huh?
love Sonic the Hedgehog.
You say
Sonic?
like Sonic?
Yeah, dinosaurs, Sonic.
So if I got him
Let's
a
call it a
big
night.
dinosaur, like this big, that makes noise, he's gonna be scared of it.
Probably, but it's
No,
all right.
not
I went
Matthew.
through the same thing, so
Not
get it for
Matthew.
him.
No, Matthew's already 5. He's not gonna go through that.
Yeah, she's
Hey,
saying he's not gonna go through it.
Sawanda.
He like Matthew. Hi. Don't be screaming on my government.
All right, guys.
Shit. You might
Let's
be
call it a
right.
Yeah,
night. We'll
Yeah,
catch
everybody
up
go to
fucking
sleep.
night. Let's
next week.
call it a night. I gotta go get my
Joey, I'm gonna
baby
call you
dog
on
stuff.
Facebook right after this.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna send y'all some I'm gonna send y'all what I was talking about. But all right, y'all. Peace.
All right. Good night, guys.
Talk
Love
to
y'all.
y'all later. Love y'all too.